Okay, hi Marcella, how are ya? This is different for us.
I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Talking
This is,
about midnights.
I know. Well, it's not different for us as in we would have talked about it,
Oh
but
God,
it's
yeah.
different for us to sort of do a recording separate just for it.
Yeah, like straight to YouTube, straight to the people. The people want to know what we think.
The people, the people have been asking.
Yeah, the people are like, where is the review? But we're here to talk about Midnights and what a whirlwind it's been. I mean,
Yeah.
personally, I feel like it's been both yesterday since the album came out, but also like 3 months because so much has happened to
Yeah.
me.
Oh, exactly. I agree, but nothing's happened to me, but I still agree.
Yeah.
Still in complete agreement.
Oh, it's crazy because like I was thinking back to this the other day about the stream.
Oh, that seems forever ago.
See, doesn't it seem like it was like last year? I'm like,
Mm,
that was so long ago. And now that I've, listened to the album, all the way through, probably at least 10 times to give it a good listen or two.
yeah.
I don't know. It just feels like it's so long ago.
Well, to give you a hint of how many times I've listened to it, since it dropped on that Friday, I've listened to nothing but
Hell yeah.
Midnights right up until this point because I've just wanted to stay in that headspace, in the realm of Midnights.
Yeah, I love it.
And I'm scared to break out of it now, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. Like even after we do this, I'm probably just still gonna exclusively listen to Midnights anyway.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, at
Same.
least until Christmas music starts popping, which will be December 1st for me. I don't listen to Christmas music until December. I'm
Same.
not one of the weirdos that plays it through November. Not to alienate everybody who does that.
Oh, no, I
Alan.
don't. I was going to say that sounds like an Alan thing.
It is. He was
Okay.
like, we can do horror stuff until November 1st, because then November 1st is Christmas. I was like,
No.
uh,
December the 1st.
yeah.
You've got like a little buffer in between to get over Halloween and build up to Christmas.
And I feel like I haven't been able to celebrate Halloween because it's been the wedding and midnights, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I feel like maybe you could have the first 2 weeks of November being Halloween still.
I think so. I'm
And
going
then
to
the
do it
last
to
2 weeks of
myself.
November can be Christmas. And that's a compromise.
I love the way you think. Look at you, bridging
Yeah.
marriages together. I appreciate it.
This is it. It's married life now. You've got to start compromising.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so where do we start?
Well, I just have to apologize, first of all, for being full of cold.
Oh,
So
yeah, you're a little
my
poorly.
voice is yeah, so I think ever since I had COVID, I think my immune system's just been like rock bottom. So of course everything that's going around I'm getting,
Mm,
including this cold. It was a bit touch and go yesterday because yesterday I was really ill.
yeah.
But I feel a bit better today. I was excited when I woke up this morning, but I do
Oh,
apologize
good.
for the way I sound because it's just the way it is.
It is the way it is. Okay, so let's start with the fact that I'm still not over the fact that after the stream, after
Yeah.
listening to the album in full,
Uh-huh.
I tried to go to bed, and then Taylor Allison Swift said, "Oh, here's 7 bonus tracks, bitches."
Yeah.
And before we get into it, I just want to set out a quick disclaimer. The bonus tracks have grown on me, but I have been
Good.
well documented that I wasn't the biggest fan of them when they first came out.
You weren't. You were angry.
I was angry. I was because and I have said this, and now listening to the album, I don't fully agree with my original statement, which is that it sounds too folklorian.
Right.
I think that it does sound folklore-esque,
Mm.
some of the tracks,
Yeah, definitely.
but it's Aaron Dessner. Aaron Dessner is all over the bonus tracks. Like you can
Yes.
hear his influence, and I
Oh,
wanted
definitely.
separation after 2 full albums.
But I quite liked that because I thought it was good for
I mean, it's smart,
exactly,
markedly.
exactly, especially for like the whole new sort of bunch of fans that she'll have picked up during that
Yeah,
whole, the cardigan, the cozy era.
the
I feel
cozy era. I love
it was
that.
good to include something like that.
Yeah.
But like you say, they're not sort of songs. I mean, maybe a couple of them I could see squeezing into the albums, but they still do feel very much this era as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one of them has completely risen above the rest, and I'm shook. I mean, it was stuck in my head even just last night for no fucking reason.
I'm wondering if
Oh,
it's the same one that I've been on a bit of a roller coaster with.
oh, probably.
Mhm.
But we'll get there.
We will.
So we just go down the track list and talk about the
Yeah.
tracks a little bit one by one.
Yeah,
All
definitely.
21. Because you
'Cause
can't
this is
forget Hits Different. That's
never,
sacrilegious to forget Hits
never.
Different.
Never forget it.
um,
I've been on such a roller coaster journey with this album,
yeah,
but
so have I.
I feel like my top 3 are my top 3 from, like, early on. They haven't changed.
Yeah, my top 3 really hasn't changed. They've sort of changed
Yeah.
positions a little bit, even up
Yes.
until last night. I was switching
Mhm.
them around.
Same.
But those are the ones. And yeah, kind of shocking. They've shocked me.
Mm.
Okay, so let's start with track 1, Lavender Haze, the opener herself.
I loved your face when that track first came on, and it
Can I
was
tell you, I don't remember what happened.
because I think the first thing we all heard was like, "Meh."
Yeah. I do remember that. And
And
I was
I
like,
was sat
not
here
the false
thinking
god.
"Oh, no. Oh, no."
I know, I was so scared when I heard that.
Yeah.
Terrified.
If I'd been followed up by somebody playing a saxophone, I think I'd have left the stream because I wouldn't have been able to handle your reaction.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't have blamed you for a second, honestly. But okay, Lavender Haze. Like I said, when it first started, I was like, fuck. But
Mhm.
it has grown on me because I was like, this is a bottom tier track. But it has grown on me a little bit to be like in the middle, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's the verses are my favorite part for sure.
Yes. I love the whole I'm probably gonna say this a lot, vibe, and apologies in advance, but I can't think of another word, but I love the whole vibe of it.
Yeah, it's very sexy, sultry.
Mhm.
And I really love the like when she's like, my melancholia, that shit.
Yeah. The
I
little run
mean,
she does. And I like the way
yeah.
she goes up. Haze. I like the way that she goes up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think what solidified me loving that track was the yeah, oh yeah. That part, the yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
I was like, okay, bitch, I'm in. Sign me up.
I was in from the start, and it was weird because it's kind of what I expected, but not what I expected. That
Yeah,
makes no
I
sense.
feel that. No, but I understand what you mean though. I
Yeah.
get that.
And I think I think out of all of them, it's the perfect opener.
Yeah, I can't really imagine any of the other songs being the opener.
No, I can't. I feel like it's perfectly placed.
Especially because she's like, meet me at midnight. It just kind of
Well, yeah,
works.
exactly.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if she'd started with track 7 and it had started, I remember.
I would have. Why
We
is that going
would
to
have
make me cry?
we would have collectively just shit our pants.
I would have died.
That would have been maybe that would have been a good opener.
Okay, so yeah, now that you've said that, I could see Question being the opener.
Yeah, and that would have fucked everybody.
We would have died. There would have been like 120 deaths live on stream.
Yeah. It'd have just been like Penelope Crickets.
Good old Penelope, the breakout star of the stream. I got so
Oh,
many
yeah.
messages about Penelope. I love it.
Is she still there?
You know what? I haven't been back in the garage to see if she's still there or if she's moved on. But as far as I know, she's still there.
She's still listening to Midnights.
Yeah, she's still vibing, just rubbing her cricket
Mm.
legs together to the tune of Midnight Rain.
Yeah. But yeah, Lavender Haze. Although we've kind of like messed ourselves up now with the thought of Question being the opening track.
I know. I'm like,
But it isn't. It's
It's
Lavender
not.
Haze, and it's a great way to start the album.
Yeah, and I think we were messaging about this, but the fact that one of the second verses theme of the song is I don't have to marry Joe Alwyn to be his, and I love that.
Oh, I know, me too.
That's
And the
just
thing is, they
so
may already be married, but it's like, what's it got to do with anybody?
yeah,
It's
and
like none of our business.
And I love that she is calling it out too, like the society standards. She's like, everyone wants a girl to be a bride or a one night.
Mm,
And she's like,
I
we've
know.
been together for, 6, 7 years now.
Yeah.
And I don't have to marry him for it to be like accepted as like, oh, they're really together.
Yeah, and that's so true for women as well. We really do get kind of like pegged into one or the
Yeah.
other. There really is no in between. And I love that she's saying, well, actually, there is a kind of like a grey area, and it's wonderful.
Yeah. It's that lavender haze.
Yeah.
Oh, gorgeous. All right, you have anything else to say about Lavender Haze before we move on to track two?
Nothing that's immediately springing to mind, just a great track.
Yeah. Should we do should we do out of 10? Like not ranking them per se, but like
Oh,
how many out of 10 we should give each track?
yeah,
It's very
maybe.
Anton of us.
It is very Anton. Maybe we should mix it up and then do out of 5.
Ooh, like 0 out of 5. Ooh, that's even
Yeah.
harsher. Okay.
Is it?
I'm
Do you think
down.
it's harsher?
Yeah, I think it's harder. But I'll do it.
Not us, Ho. We should have thought about this
We
before,
should have.
shouldn't we? You could always like cut this bit out with us deliberating.
Nah.
Yeah, what do you
Give the
want to
people
do?
what they want.
10 or 5?
I just feel like 10 is more generous because if we rank
Fine.
if we do, 3 out of 5, it's like still half ish. But like 3 out of 10, you're like, oh, you didn't like it. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, let's do the 10. Let's do the Anton 10.
I love that. The Anton 10. So Lavender Haze, I'll give it a, and I'm not going to do any halves. I'm going to be brutal. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10.
Oh.
That feels right to me anyway.
I'm going to give it I'm going to give it a 6, actually. I'm going to agree with you.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to give it a 6.
Okay.
It would probably be a
love it.
6.5, but we're not doing halves. I'm going to give it a 6.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we're in agreement. I'm sure that won't
Yeah.
happen for the whole album.
No. And I feel that at the start of the week, it would have had a higher mark, but as I've kind of settled into the
Ooh.
album, it's changed.
And see, for me, it would have had a lower mark, but because I've listened to it a lot,
Oh.
it's risen. Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. All right, track 2, Maroon, bitch.
Mhm.
The way that this song has become a part of my personality now, I love Maroon.
Mhm.
It's so Reputation in that it
is,
sounds
isn't
like
it?
King of My Heart.
Yes,
And you know that I'm a stan of King of My Heart. So
I know.
someone messaged me and they were like, not you saying it sounds like King of My Heart before the Screw Top Rose part, which is reminiscent of, is this the end of all the endings from King of My Heart?
Oh, it is.
And I was like, shit. I was like, I didn't even realize that I said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so King of My Heart, and it makes me love it even fucking more.
What do you think? Actually, I know what you think, but you're not impressed with the whole Carly Kloss stuff, are
Okay,
you?
let's talk about it. Okay, you know what? Let's upset the people. I am so over Gaylor culture. I cannot fucking stand it.
Okay, say what you think.
It comes across my TikTok so often about being like Gaylor, what is it, like Gaylor Nation Rise or whatever the fuck. And I can't tell you how many times I will deliberately, if I see a Gaylor TikTok video on my For You page, I will deliberately click not interested. That's how much I don't want to fucking see it. It is so upsetting to me because as someone who has, questioned their sexuality and have to go on this sexuality journey, it's upsetting to me to see other people push a perspective of someone else's sexuality onto Taylor when Taylor's not talking
I can
about
see
it.
that. I can see that.
If Taylor is queer or questioning or whatever, I don't care, but it just feels like people are pushing it on her, and I don't think that's okay.
Yeah. Oh, I can see that, actually. Yeah, I like that.
So I think that's why I have such a very
Viewpoint.
visceral reaction to the Gaylor thing. And I'm not trying to upset anyone who like makes videos about it or like thinks it's all in good fun. Like, oh, it would just be so cute if you were with a girl. That's fine. But like digging through past stuff and be like, this is the evidence. I'm like, please stop. That's too much. Don't do that.
See, I feel like I'm kind of in the middle then because I think, oh, it would be so cute and it'd be really romantic. But I'm I'm not like actively looking for evidence and trying to like sway people. Do you know what I mean? I just think,
And
it would
see, I
be
think
so
that's fine.
cute. So I like it for that side.
Yeah.
But then I'm not kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I would, if God forbid, knock on wood, if Joe and Taylor broke up and she started dating a woman, I would be the first person to cheer that on.
Yeah.
Like, so fucking here for that. But until she talks about it, I just wish it would go away.
Yeah. It's kind of like all these kind of, there's always these little weird fandoms that pop up. And I know it's not just solely for like the group I'm going to mention, but BTS get it a lot with people like shipping, you know, certain members with certain members, and they have like sort of those little joint nicknames for them. And I'm like, that's cute, but it's when they get to the point where they're aggressive with it.
Yeah, that's where it shifts.
That it's like, hang on a minute, like it's cute to sort of say, but when it's to that point of, you know, it gets scary, you know, with their sort of the way that they push it, that it's a bit like, okay, calm down, because we'd love it, but also let's not make other people uncomfortable.
Agreed. Anyway, back to Maroon.
Yes.
Let's talk about her. So the number one thing I want to talk about is the motherfucking synth that is in this song. As soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, fuck me. I was like, I'm done for. But just the way that she sings the verses, I love that the chorus is kind of choppy, how it's just like 2 words. Which is like, and I take a beat, chose you. I love that because it's very different. It feels very different for her chorus structure. And it lets the words sink in, which I appreciate.
I love the whole wordplay of it with everything being like a different sort of darker shade of red.
Yes, someone on TikTok was talking about this and they were like, wine, blood, burgundy, rust, even. Like all of it. It's so smart.
I know. It's top tier songwriting.
Agreed. And that, I guess it's not the chorus. What is that part? Is it the pre-chorus?
Yeah, I guess.
The burgundy on my t-shirt part?
Yeah.
Well, no, I guess that's part of the chorus.
No, it is part of the chorus.
Yeah, it's just a longer chorus. Yeah. That shit, oh my God. I mean, I don't remember my reaction and I haven't watched it when I first listened to it. But when that shit starts in the song, I transcend to the astral plane. It does something to me, man.
I just love that whole, and she does this a lot through most of the tracks, but the whole like little rhyming structure that she has going on, it's like the bars.
Yes.
And it really gives me that Reputation kind of feeling of when she was, you know, doing these kind of like little sort of rhyme schemes.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
And the bridge is so unmatched in my opinion. I adore the way that she sings it.
I love I love the line, I wait with your memory over me.
Yes.
The whole song feels like I mean, I have listened to it during the day, but it feels like a dark song. Like you need to be listening to this at night, and it should be like illegal to listen to it if the sun's out because it is such a dark song.
Yeah, it is.
It's
it's delicious. It's decadent.
It is. I feel like I could eat it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I'm not a big fan of red velvet cake, but it's like a gourmet red velvet dessert.
Yeah.
It's super rich. But let's talk about the best part of the song. Ooh, blood. Okay. The best part of the song is when she goes into her deeper register. Oh my God.
I know.
When she's like, the burgundy on my t-shirt. I was like, stop it. Like,
I don't think I've ever heard it go that low with that little growl.
Yes. And
I mean, we've had it go low before, but it's that growl. It does something to me.
Yeah, I'm like, do I want to have a sexual encounter with Taylor Swift? This has never happened before.
Oh, we all do. We all do.
I'm just like, my God, I just love the lyrics. That song is, oh God, I love it so much.
And the way that she like emphasizes the fucking legacy bit.
That's a real fucking legacy. Yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
This whole recording is us going to be going, oh.
I know, it's just moans for midnights. That's what I'm going to call this, moans for midnights.
Yeah, basically.
My only critique of the song, and it's very, 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 very nitpicky, and I realize that before I say this, is on the ending of the song when she's just saying it was maroon, it was maroon, it was maroon. I so
Right.
bad want it to be her saying, so scarlet it was maroon, so scarlet it was maroon. And I sing it that way because that's how I thought she would sing it. And if you listen really, really closely with headphones, in the background, you can hear the so scarlet. It's very, very, very
Oh,
faint.
well, there you go. You can sing that.
Yeah, so I sing so scarlet it was maroon because I think that as a phrase is very intriguing. Because if you have it was maroon as a sentence, you're like, oh, okay, it was maroon. But if you have the sentence as so scarlet it was maroon, you're like, okay, well, what does scarlet mean opposed to maroon? It just pulls more intrigue into it for me.
It makes you think more about what maroon means.
Yeah, and I just love that as a concept.
I like
So
that too.
that's my only critique. And because of it, I give it a 9 out of 10.
I'm going to give it, drum roll. I'm going to give it a 9.
Okay. I almost gave it a 10, but
I almost gave it an 8. And I think at the start of the week, it would have been an 8. But it has risen so much. It has to be a 9.
I love it. Okay, we're on the same wavelength so far with our rankings. But I don't think it's going to be the same for track 3.
I feel like things are about to go south.
They might go a little south. Because we have Antihero, the lead single of the album.
I can see why it was the single.
Oh yeah, me too.
It has that single energy. It kind of gives me the same energy that Me had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can I upset some people right now?
Yeah.
I prefer Me to Antihero.
Really?
Yeah. I know that's really upsetting to some.
Well, I'm probably not gonna. I mean, I prefer Antihero to Me, but that's not saying much.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Because
as a lead single, I don't know if I prefer it as a song overall, but I do prefer Me as a lead single over Antihero.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, yeah, okay, I see what you mean. Because I really want to love it.
Me too. Me too. I want to so bad.
But I wish it had been something else. And it's really catchy.
Very
and
infectious.
I love the lyrics.
Yeah, same.
Some of them. But I kind of wish it had been darker, like in that kind of, we'd stayed in that whole like maroon.
Yeah, because Lavender Haze is like, I'd say in between light and dark. Maroon dips down towards the dark, and Antihero shoots up towards the light.
Yeah.
As far as like sound and everything.
Yeah, definitely. And it's catchy as hell.
Oh god, yeah.
But I don't always listen to it.
I will say the chorus is so catchy. It's almost too catchy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very pop song, and pop is my favorite genre, don't get me wrong. But I think the disconnect for me is I like the verses, how it starts with like the way that she sings them, but when she dips down to that like monotone talk singing, that's sort of which is like, it always ends in crisis and vices and I bet that part I don't like. But then she saves it with the tale is all this time. And so I'm like, that it's a very roller coaster. Yeah, very Beauty and the Beast. Antihero is such a roller coaster for me. Because the It's Me, Hi, I'm the Problem, It's Me is so great.
Yes, I love that part.
And let me address the controversy because people have been tweeting me about it. The sexy baby line.
I get it now. Completely.
I get it now. I do. But I had so many people like, you don't understand it. I had to delete so many YouTube comments.
Oh no.
That were like, you don't understand it. How someone was like,
well,
how dare you? Someone was like, how dare you judge this line without knowing anything? And I was like, that's what a reaction is. You're getting my reaction to what I'm hearing.
And it's not how you're going to feel for the end of your days.
But
it's
hearing the line sexy baby, I was just like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, no, same. I mean, I completely get it. When I watched some TikToks, I was like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
And I really like it now.
Yeah, me too.
But calm down, people.
I don't agree that the scale scene should have been edited out of the music video. I think that's fucking garbage.
Yeah.
And people talking about how, like, as a fat person, I didn't feel offended by that that, because Taylor Swift's body image issues are not for me to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
he was
if
sharing something vulnerable, and
yeah, and
people
the
made
fact
it
that
about them.
exactly, they made it about them, and now she edited out just like the whole counting or spelling is fun from me. She got bullied into taking it out, and I think that's fucking garbage.
Yeah, I
But
do.
anyway, the song itself, it's good, but it is one of
Yes.
my least favorites on the album.
Same.
It's just lower tier compared, especially to Follow Maroon. It's already at a disadvantage following Maroon.
Yeah, exactly. But I love that little the rhyming structure that she has in it with, I
Oh,
wake up
same.
screaming, if I'm dreaming, watch as you're leaving, you got tired of my scheming. It's like, all right, pop off, Eminem.
I know. Okay, Lisa from Blackpink. Coming for her brand. Like, what did Lisa rhyme? She rhymed regular with degular.
What?
I'm not like the regular degular.
Oh, God. Stitch. Oh, Lisa, I adore
Oh,
you.
Lisa, love her. All right, so I'm already ready to give this a number out of 10.
Me too.
I'm going to give it a generous 4.
Me too.
Oh, really?
Okay, this is ridiculous.
We're too similar. We're too close as friends.
I know, but historically, we don't always agree on the same
It's true.
Taylor stuff.
This is true. Wow, look at us go. I have a feeling with that one song in particular, we're definitely going to disagree on.
Okay.
But we'll see. 3 for 3. Look at us go. All right.
Wow.
Track 4, Snow on the Beach, featuring Lana Del Rey. The only feature on the album.
I know.
If you can call it a feature.
Barely. Don't trigger Anton. He's going to get cross. I love those memes about it. It's really
Oh, it's
me.
hilarious. Yeah, the memes are great.
Yeah.
But I will say this. When I first heard the song, the first couple listens, I was like, this is top 5, no question. As I've listened to the album in full, it's kind of dipped down a little bit.
Exactly the same for me, surprisingly.
Oh, really? I mean, I still love it. And the fact that we got a Taylor Lana track is incredible. But it's good. It sort of disrupts the vibe of the album a little bit.
Oh, do you think? I think it does after you've listened to Antihero.
Yeah, I think that's why. It's so jarring to go from Antihero to Snow on the Beach.
Yeah, for me
I'm
it
just
is
like,
too.
oh, okay. I think if she had swapped, not that I agree, not that I think that Snow on the Beach is track 5 material necessarily, but if she had switched Draw on Your Own Kid with Snow on the Beach, I feel like the vibe would go down a little bit better. But otherwise, it's a great song.
It is. And I tell you what, even though she isn't on it a lot, you can just hear her influence throughout.
Yes,
and me, Lana has never sounded better. She sounds stunning. She sounds beautiful on this track, and it makes me really nostalgic for old Lana.
Yes, I know.
Because we just need. I mean, she had her. I was laughing with. Well, not I was laughing at. I'm sure Anton wasn't, but Anton was saying about Lana having her laptop stolen and a notebook with all her new music on.
Oh yeah.
And I said it was probably Taylor, because she probably heard heard the stuff, and she was like, all right, enough is enough.
Yeah.
You need to get back to doing what you
It makes me really sad because I came into Lana Del Rey way late in the game. The first album that I experienced being a fan of Lana was Lust for Life. So Lust for Life has a really big, it's probably my second favorite album after Born to Die. I love Lust for Life so much. And I loved Norman fucking Rockwell.
Yes.
But it took me a while to get into it. You were there. Because I had sort of disregarded it, and I went back and I was like, wow, this album's actually really fucking good.
Yeah, because I made you listen to a couple of the songs, didn't I?
Yeah.
It changed your mind.
It really did. But Chemtrails and Blue Banisters are...
No, I know.
something else.
Let's not. Chemtrails, there's quite a few on Chemtrails that I do actually really like. But I can't with Blue Banisters.
I don't listen to anything off Blue Banisters. I can't.
Me either.
I cannot do it.
No.
Anyway, this isn't about. Sorry, Anton, not to trigger you. Sorry. Snow on the Beach. Do you think, I've been seeing this go around, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. Do you think that the line that Taylor talks about, my flight was awful, thanks for asking, do you think that that's a commentary on the articles and stuff that came out about her emissions on her private jet? Or do you think it's
Oh.
just like sort of a thing that happened in her life? Like Joe was like, oh, how's your flight?
Yeah, that's exactly what I think. I didn't think it was anything to do with the emissions thing.
I just thought it was interesting that people were like likening it to that. And I was like,
Yeah.
huh, I hadn't really thought about her.
No.
Like if she come off the plane, she saw the article, and then Joe asked her, oh, how was your flight? And she was like, it was fucking awful. Here's the article. This is what they're saying about me now. But
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that deep or not.
Yeah, no. I didn't take it to be.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to watch a few more TikToks. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. No.
So I think I prefer the second verse to the first one.
Mm.
Not that they're bad, but I think the lyrics of the second verse, the blurring out my periphery, is such a great lyric. But I think the star, of course, is the chorus. I mean,
Yeah.
that chorus is gorgeous. And I never thought that we would get a Taylor Swift song that had fuck in the chorus, but we're here.
Yeah, I love the whole bit when you can really hear Lana in it, and it says it's coming down, it's all around.
Yeah, you hear her a lot on the back half of the chorus more than anything,
Yeah.
and she sounds ethereal.
She does.
Like snow on the beach.
Exactly. Like I can't remember the last time I heard her sound so good, except when I listened to Paradise Edition.
Love it. It's a great song. I think when it first came out, I thought it was like a perfect song, and now I'm like, it's a great song. You know what I mean?
Exactly the same. Yeah, it shifted down a little bit for me, but not much.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Like a little snowflake down.
A little snowflake, yeah. But it's a beautiful song.
Yeah.
Let's see, what would I give it? It's come down a little bit. It's coming down, it's coming down, it's coming down. Maybe 6. 6 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it
maybe a 5 out of 10.
Oh.
Yeah, 5 out of 10 feels better because I think Lavender Haze is a little bit higher.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it I'm gonna go for what you originally said. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay.
But that's only just because I almost gave it a 7.
Oh wow. Okay.
But I feel like it's coming down a little bit, and I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay, so our
But
first...
this is, our first kind of slight. That's good. But I feel like, in another month's time, it might be back up at 7 again.
Yeah, it could go back up for me. Could go lower. I don't know.
I feel like things are constantly shifting.
Yeah, this album is... Because I'll be honest, I've struggled with this album, especially because of the 3 a.m. tracks, to like find my footing with this album. I'm like, I feel like I should be enjoying it more. I feel like I should like it more. And do I like it? Am I overcompensating? Like I've truly been struggling.
My love for it has grown to the point where I'm like, is this top 3 albums?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm there yet. Which granted, I haven't had as much time with the album because I haven't had time to listen to it as much until Wednesday, when I went back to work after the wedding.
Yeah.
And I've only just recently sort of reframed the album for myself, which we'll get into. But yeah, I do struggle with it. However, I do think that there's some songs on this album that are some of the best of her career. So that definitely speaks volumes for this album. But anyway, so 5 out of 10 for me, 6 out of 10 for you, Snow on the Beach. Got it.
Yes.
All right. I know we're going to disagree on this next one. We have You're on Your Own, Kid, the track 5 of the album.
Yeah.
Oh, it's your favorite.
Love it.
So we'll say that I had this one pretty low when I first heard it, on the stream. I was like, it's okay. It has grown on me so fucking much to the point where I actually do love this song.
Love that for you.
So, okay, what do you like about this song, if anything? The silence.
When the silence came, we would. I like some of the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Help me.
What lyrics do you like?
Let me just Google.
Not Googling. Shit. Not Googling the lyrics.
Look, I haven't really listened to it.
Okay, so
I tell you what, the bridge,
okay.
the Brit. No, I'm going to say when I was listening to it, don't make me laugh. One of the people I work for at work is a huge Swiftie, and this is like probably her favorite track. So,
really?
Yeah. So I feel like my next appraisal won't be good if she hears this. Love you, Olivia. I actually do really like the bridge. The bridge for me really picks it up.
Yeah, I agree.
And there's some like there are some really heartbreaking lyrics, like the whole, bit about starved myself for a perfect kiss.
Yeah.
That one in particular. The jokes weren't funny. I took the money. I'm actually reading the lyrics here. My friends from home don't know what to say. I really do actually really like the bridge. The bridge brings it back for me to the point of where it's not I wouldn't class it in the same realm as I would Champagne Problems. As in, It makes me go, oh, I can't. Because sometimes I actually will.
Okay.
But
that's not bad.
I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. And again, I like with Champagne Problems, I feel like, what am I missing?
I will say for me, I think that I really had to like listen to the song. And after so many listens, it reminds me of how I felt like before I came out a lot, which I think maybe plays into why I like it so much, because it reminds me of that time of my life.
Yeah.
And then like the second verse starts and it reminds me of how I was after I got out of my relationship before Alan.
Right.
Where I was like on my own. I was single, I was single for years, and then like working on myself. And then then she says you're on your own, kid, you always have been. And I'm just like, oh fuck, damn. Like, because I've thought that so many times in my life.
Yeah.
And I think that that's what makes me like it. And the runs that she does kill me. Anyway. Oh my God. Love that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. The bridge is definitely the highlight.
Without doubt.
Have you seen the people mainly on TikTok talking about they like separate each part of the bridge, and they're like, it's talking about each past album. Have you seen that?
Oh, I think I may have.
And it's like, oh wow, yeah. Like I know that it shifts to Reputation when she says, I took the money.
Yeah.
And then the re-records.
And the blood-soaked gown.
Yeah. And then the re-records are
yes,
some things you lose is a thing you have to, is every step you take, whatever. You know the lyric. Whatever.
Everything you lose is a step you take.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then the pages turned as folklore, bridges burned as evermore.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the structure.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But I was like, oh, that's really creative. I don't know if that was purposeful or not.
Yeah, no, because I would have thought something. Yeah, I mean, maybe.
But I think it's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
And it has grown on me.
I like the whole idea of the track.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just something about it that just doesn't feel track 5 enough for me.
I agree with that. It doesn't. I think upon more listens, I'm like, I understand why it's at track 5, but I don't necessarily agree that it's at track 5.
And it jars me out of the album.
You know what I think would have been better is moving Labyrinth to track 5, because we were already on that downhill for Snow on the Beach, and then to go into Labyrinth and the breakdown of the oh no, I'm falling in love, I think would have been really good track 5 sort of material.
That's actually that's a really good idea actually.
But yeah, still great. I give it a 6 out of 10.
If the production were different and the it probably would have been top tier for me.
Have you heard the Strings remix?
No.
I would suggest giving that a try. I personally prefer the album version, but since you don't like the production, you might like that one more.
Okay, I'll listen to it.
Yeah,
because that may change my mind. It's just I feel like the production has a lot
to be desired.
Yeah, and I think
I understand that.
That's exactly the way, and maybe even some of the melodies. Like I just
melodies had to grow on me, so I 100% understand that.
And I think that's my issue with Champagne Problems. Like it's not the subject matter and it's not the lyrics, but it is just about the melody and the production. If it was
Understood.
completely different, then,
You could get behind it.
yeah,
Well,
I could
that's
get
like me with
behind
False
it.
God. Like, when I did
Well,
my own version on
exactly.
piano, I was like,
What
"Oh, I
made you
like it."
like it? Exactly.
So,
So
I get it.
yeah.
Yeah. What
So it's
out
not
of
like,
10 are
oh,
you giving it?
a 2.
You know what? That's not as low as I thought you were gonna go, so I'll
Well,
take
that's what I
it.
mean. It's not Champagne Problems. It's literally just above it.
Wait, what would you give Champagne Problems, a 0?
Yes.
Really?
Mhm.
I love that. That's
I
so
know.
chaotic. I love it. Um,
Sorry.
okay, 2 out of 10 for you, 6 out of 10 for me. All right.
Okay.
And now we're going to Rain. You
Oh
wanted
my
it
god.
comfortable, I wanted that pain.
The fucking
Oh.
share feature kills me.
The share feature. Yeah, track 6, Midnight Rain. Y'all. This
Mhm.
song.
Honestly, the moment in the album where, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've been loving it. And then, of course, track 5 hit and I was like, oh. But then when Midnight Rain started, I immediately like sat up in my seat, like Nosferatu rising from his coffin. I was like, hello, what the
Oh
fuck
my
is going
God.
on? Why didn't she announce a share feature? And why is it pitched perfectly to like the brown note where I just immediately crapped my pants?
Yeah, it's like, don't get me wrong, I loved it when I first heard it, but now I'm like unhealthily obsessed with this song.
Yeah.
Like, it's really unhealthy how my love for this song, it's really
Yeah.
bad.
I've been like solidly dry humping this song all week.
Well, it's funny because upon listening to it so much and loving it so much, I'm like, oh, I wish she had her the unpitched version. She does it once in the chorus,
Hmm.
where it's just her voice. And I'm like, oh, I wish she would do that twice and it would be even. But
Okay.
now I disagree. Now I'm like, no, I wouldn't change a thing now.
Yeah, love it.
I'm like, it would set off, like, it would make it, I don't know, there's a balancing act with the whole pitched part of it that even though it would be even technically, I think sonically it would throw it off. I don't
Yeah,
know what it
I agree.
is, but it's perfect. I'm
It's
going to say it.
perfect.
This song is perfect.
And I love the way that it starts with rain, as if it's already halfway through. That
Yes,
kind
that's
of,
such a
when
good point.
yeah,
It's like it's already like that's the start of the song, but the story of the song has already been playing.
yeah.
And that is amazing. And I didn't think about that till you just said it. And it makes it even more perfect for me.
Good. I'm getting so triggered as fuck when I see people saying it's about Tom Hiddleston because I'm like, no, it's
Oh, really? I
not.
haven't really seen all that.
I feel very strongly about it.
Who do you think it's about?
I think it's either about Taylor Lautner or somebody from like, debut days.
You know what? I think that I seen one person been like that talked about Taylor Lautner, and so I've had that in the back of my mind. And now that you've said it, I think I agree. I think Taylor Lautner makes sense.
Particularly that she says some kind of haunted as well. Like she
Ooh,
talks
good
about
point.
a Speak Now track.
That's a great point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
about Taylor
sometimes we all get
Lautner.
some kind of haunted. It has
And
to
he never
be.
thinks of me except when I'm on TV because he was backstage of the VMAs when the Kanye thing happened.
Yeah.
They were
And
together.
it just makes sense for him being like, he really is like a montage, a slow motion love potion, jumping off things in the ocean. Like he's that kind of like
That's
all
such his
American
energy.
boy.
Yeah.
And that's
Yep.
not Tom. I don't get Tom Hiddleston energy from
God,
this
no. I don't see him as adventurous
at
as
all.
jumping off things in the like, absolutely not.
No.
It's about Taylor Lautner. Y'all heard it here first.
Yeah. So
I agree.
cancel that whole narrative.
Yeah.
Because and I know, like, allegedly he kind of like proposed to her and all that kind of thing. But the way that she talks about chasing that fame because she was kind of still chasing the fame at that point. But I think it goes back to before that. Like she's been chasing the fame from, an early age.
And
she talks about her town as well. Her town was a wasteland full of cages, full of fences, pageant queens. I mean, that's younger Taylor.
And you make a good point about being about Taylor Lautner because that is Back to December is about Taylor Lautner, and that's like an apology song. And this one,
Yeah.
not an outright apology, but being like, I broke his heart because he was nice. He was sunshine. I was midnight rain. It's like, I was the issue.
Exactly. And that's what she says in Back to December. She's like, it was basically, I was in the wrong.
Yeah.
And this one she's saying, I was in the wrong, but this is why.
Yeah. And not me about to cry thinking about how much I love this song. There is something about it. And I know a lot of it's the production. It's so different for her.
Yeah.
And I love when she does something unexpected. And the whole right before she sings the verses where it goes that shit. I want to rip all of my fucking clothes off and go into the middle of the goddamn street and get hit by traffic.
I'll be driving the car
up to that. Please do hit me. You have my full permission.
I'll rip my clothes off.
You've got to crank to the radio naked while you're in the front seat, sticking to the leather of the station wagon.
Oh yeah, my butt's stuck to that seat, and I'm backing up as well to make sure we got you.
Thank you. Thank God.
Before I drive into a brick wall, of course.
Of course. Mm-hmm. Just the lyrics are perfect. Every single ounce of this song is perfect. And I can't tell you how many times on TikTok people have been doing their rankings or whatever. And Midnight Rain is like 19 out of 20. And I'm like, are you fucking so many? And I'm not going to lie. I click not interested.
I would be downvoting that shit so hard.
I get so personally attacked when I see that song below top 10. I'm like, are you hearing the same thing that I am? Am I the villain? Am I the issue?
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's so weird to me. And not to out Alan, but when Alan listened to the album, he's like, that's one of the worst ones for me on the album. And I'm like, Alan! You can't ask my husband. You can't say that.
No.
But
I'm scared to ask Paul now because he'd probably say the same thing.
But Alan makes up for it because his favorite is either Labyrinth, and I'm like, okay, out of the box, or Maroon. He instantly loved Maroon. He was all about Maroon. Good. And I was like, okay, you're good.
You love a redemption arc.
I know, right? I'm trying to think of what my favorite lyric from this song is because it's just all so absolutely beautiful and perfect.
I can't. I mean, I can.
I'm trying to okay. I mean, other than the chorus is probably my favorite part. But I will say this. The way it ends when she's like, and I never think of him and then she says, except on midnights like this, and then the echo in the background, like I want to punch someone in the face.
Punch me.
Because it's like, except midnights like this, midnights like this, midnights like this. I'm like, ah!
Yeah, I know.
So good. Oh, that song is perfect. Okay, let's get it out of the way. 10 out of 10. I'm sorry. It's a 10 out of 10.
It's a 10 out of 10.
This song is, oh my God. It's just so good.
I know.
Perfect.
I just love that whole, I said it, I mean, I quoted it earlier, but that my boy was a montage, slow motion, love potion, jumping off things in the ocean. I broke his heart because he was nice. He was sunshine. I was midnight rain. Just, I mean.
Yeah, it's so good.
Oh, I've got goosebumps.
I know. Just talking about it, I'm like, can it get better than Midnight Rain? It's just, and I didn't even, like, when I heard the title Midnight Rain, I was like, oh, it's kind of taking the place of the title track, which, I mean, this is the title track. Let's be fucking for real. And I it's not that I discounted this one as being a bad song based on the title, but it wasn't on my radar.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's like risen so fucking like instantly favorite that I'm just like, oh, Midnight Rain, you do it for me, baby.
I'm so glad you joined me because day one I was there, and I'm glad I'm not alone.
Good. No, you're not alone. Midnight Rain stands rise. All right, track 7. We have Question.
I remember.
I want that to be the opener now.
Best bit of the album. Best bit of the album. Just that little one bit. Just because it made me. It makes me want to cry with happiness.
And then you can hear that in the chorus. Oh my God. Now, let me get this out of the way. This one was not very high for me upon several listens. It was sort of mid-bottom.
Yeah.
However, it's made a fucking comeback. I've been obsessed with this song.
You're reading the script in my head. I'm exactly
Oh
the
shit,
same.
really? Oh
Yeah.
wow. Because I was like, oh, it's definitely the bottom half of the album. But now I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
well,
Yeah.
it's definitely, if we're counting all 21, it's in my top 10.
Oh, she's
Easy.
been a comeback queen for me this week.
Yeah, Question is my comeback queen song.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I'd skipped it a couple of times at the start of the week. So I was like, okay, let's move on. And now
Yeah.
it's like a zero skip. I can't skip it.
Yeah, I refuse. Same. I've
Mm,
had the same problem with it. I'm like, I mean, it's good, but then upon a couple more listens, I'm like, I was wrong. Question. I'm so sorry.
mm,
I did you a disservice.
yeah.
Yeah, but just the fact that she sampled her fucking self, and not only did she sample herself, she sampled her stolen material.
Oh,
Bitch.
queen energy.
Like, I hope Scooter Braun's somewhere like, God damn it, when am I gonna be done? I mean, he's doing it to himself with all the press
Yeah,
he's doing and the interviews
exactly.
he's been doing lately, girl.
Yeah.
But like, oh my God.
He's
Question,
got
the
to
comeback queen.
raise money for that court case.
He really does. He's probably gonna have to GoFundMe.
I know.
Oh my
Be on
goodness.
OnlyFans.
Yes. Not OnlyFans. He's probably gonna have to do that just to get his bills paid. Sorry, girl. The divorce
Mm.
is real. So favorite lyrics. The second half, I think the second verse is also my favorite with this one. There's something about
Yeah.
the second part of Question that I'm just like, this is it for me.
Yeah.
Like when she's like, not me pulling up the lyrics. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love how it starts. The good girl, sad boys,
Yeah.
big city, wrong choices. I love that shit.
I love that whole line about you painted my nights a color I've searched for since. I love
That is
that.
such a romantic line. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, the second verse, half moon eyes, bad surprise, half moon eyes. The way that she dipped down for that, girl.
Oh yeah, on my mind was some dickhead guy.
Dickhead guy that she saw that night. Oh, but one
Do you
drink after another, fucking politics and
politics
gender
and gender
roles, and
roles.
you're not sure, and I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, that second verse is so fucking good for me. I love it so much.
what do you make of the whole, can I ask you a question bit? Because kissing someone in a crowded room, friends making fun of you, 15 seconds later they were clapping, what did you do? Like, what is that?
Yeah, I've struggled with trying to figure out what exactly this song is telling us, because it's
Me
one thing to learn
too.
the lyrics, but it's another to absorb them.
I know, and I'm like, can I ask you a question, Taylor? Like, what the fuck is going on? What's
Yeah.
the song about? And I need to know because I feel like it's so specific.
And it feels very personal that I'm like,
That's what I
I
mean.
figured this out.
Because it's not the kind of chorus that we could listen to and be like, oh yeah, that's happened to me too.
Yeah,
'Cause
agreed.
it's so specific again, but it is. So what is it? Who is it? When is
Yeah.
it?
When
I mean,
is it? Yeah.
obviously it's 1989 era, obviously.
Yeah, I get 1989 too because I mean, Taylor doesn't do anything by chance. She's attached it to Out of the Woods. So I
Oh
mean,
yeah. So it must be a Harry thing. It has to
it
be.
has to be a Harry thing.
Oh, what's the
But
tea?
what happened? Is it the whole thing when like he was dating Taylor and then they sort of broke up and then he was with Kendall? Is that what it's
Hmm.
about?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. But
And I
also
need
the
to know.
specific lyric of "Did you leave her house in the middle of the night?" which makes me think
Mm.
about "I wish you would."
Oh yeah.
When she's talking about passing houses in the middle of the night.
People are trying to make this one about Carly Kloss as well.
Give me a I'm not gonna redo my rant.
No, but all I'm saying is like I'm fine with the whole Maroon being about Carly. Like I quite like that idea, but this
Mm,
doesn't make sense to me that it would be about
yeah, no,
Carly.
not at all to me.
Particularly with the I remember bit at
Yeah.
the start.
Plus, Out of the Woods is about Harry.
Exactly. That's
20
what I
Stitches in the
mean.
hospital room, that was the snowmobile accident.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So
I think it's about the whole Harry Taylor Kendall swept up thing
yeah.
because the
My
bridge.
ex-man bought his new girlfriend. She's like, oh my God. Yeah.
And the bridge where it's like, and what's that I heard that you're still with her? That's nice. I'm sure that's what's suitable and right. But tonight, can I ask you a question? Like, she's still questioning, like, but what happened then? Like,
yeah,
it's been years, but like, what happened?
Like, she's like, I'm over it, but it's just a question.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Yeah, exactly. I think we've had some really good points on these tracks. Good for us. All right, so out of 10, I'm gonna give question a shocking to me an 8.
Oh,
I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
I'm gonna err on the side of caution, and I'm gonna give it but if I give it a 7, that means it's the same as Lavender Haze, and I prefer it slightly to Lavender Haze, so I think I have to give it an 8 as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's an 8. It's an 8.
Speaking of 8, draw the cat eye sharp enough to kill a man. Boom. Track 8, Vigilante. Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I stand by my tweet. I think she made this song specifically for me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because it reminds me of me listening to this song for the first time. Reminds me of the first time I listened to You Should See Me in a Crown by Billie Eilish.
Yes. Okay.
And I just remember being like, this is the type of music that I personally love to hear. The darkness, the 808s, the trap beats, the vengeful lyrics, the badassery. Like, that energy is my favorite. Like, the dark pop badass vibe is my favorite type of music.
See, now, that Billie Eilish song that you just mentioned is my favorite Billie Eilish track.
Hell
even like over Happier Than Ever. I prefer it to this. I feel like this could have been darker.
Bigger? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it needed a little more, another verse, another something.
Yes.
I can agree to that.
This is definitely the part where she was describing Midnights, and she was saying, you know, you sit up fantasizing about revenge. I mean, this is that track.
Yeah, for sure.
But I just wanted something darker, even though the lyrics are dark. I mean, how dark can she get, though? Like, she's not going to be like, you know, I dream about using your skull as a, you know, sipping my wine. Yeah, flesh.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I need. That's what I needed.
Oh, God. Oh, shit.
That would have been acceptable.
Yeah.
It's great. I don't think I love it as much as you do.
And that's totally fair. Like I said, this song feels catered to my specific tastes, which is why I love it so much. That's true.
I like the dark stuff.
But see, I'm also thinking about like Chester Lockhart, like his dark music, I'm like obsessed with, and you don't really dive into that sort of.
I don't know who that is.
Right. You don't dive into that corner of music, and I have. So I feel like that's why I vibe with it on a different level than you, even though you do like dark stuff, but I seek out like the underground sort of industrial electronic sort of stuff.
Okay.
Which is fair.
Okay.
But it's just
this is where my bubbles comes into play.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm hardcore. Yeah, I can see that.
Pew. But I love the energy of it, and I love the whole concept of her giving the wife the envelope with evidence in and going like, this is what he's been doing, particularly in light of Scooter Braun going through his divorce and the whole white collar crime thing that he's involved in. I mean, a lot of people are saying, oh, it's about Kanye and Kim. I mean, it can lean into that, but I think it's specifically about Scooter Braun.
Yeah, I think the first verse could be interpreted as Kanye if you think about it. And the second verse can be about Scooter. I think all of it's about Scooter, personally.
I do.
But honestly, though, I know that Taylor likes to play stuff up.
Because Taylor's not going to be thick as thieves with Kim Kardashian.
God, no.
But I can see her being thick thieves with Scooter's wife.
I could see that as well.
It's like Mad Women Part 2.
Yeah, literally. And I know that in the song, she's like, she had the envelope where you think she got it from, and it's like supposed to be cheeky. I'm like, no, I'm
Yeah.
convinced that Taylor did this. I'm
Oh, I think she
convinced
did. I
that
think she
Taylor is
did.
somehow behind her getting Scooter's ex-wife getting the info. I'm convinced.
I think so. I think after she released Mad Woman, Scooter's ex-wife sort of like DM'd her and was like, okay, I heard the
What's the
lyric.
thesis?
Tell me. I need proof. And Taylor was like, I'm on it.
She's like, I got the PI on speed dial, honey.
Yeah. And yeah. And then I just love the way that she's like, oh, she looks so pretty driving in your Benz.
Lately, she's been dressing for revenge.
It's
Oh,
just the pettiness
and
is a 10 out of 10.
that part of the song where she starts talking about she's dressing for revenge, and the production
Yeah.
goes like woo woo, like, and flutters. It's like, and see, that's where I like get like heavy breathing, like that weird sort of production side of it, because I feel like I'm someone who really deeply listens to music. That's why I focus on backing vocals a lot.
Yeah.
That the production of music I think is so fascinating, and when she does the dips and the flutters, I'm like, that's my shit.
And I feel like maybe I'd love this track more if she went in with that kind of same attitude and production at the start. But at the
That's
same
fair.
time, I appreciate she's got to build it up, which is why we needed a third verse, so she could have really gone to that, like, I did something bad kind of energy.
Yeah. No, I
It
agree with
needed
that.
to be longer. It needed to be longer.
But see, and I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I really want a third verse for this song. However, what I will say is that when I listen to it, I don't feel like it's too short. It feels complete.
Yeah, it doesn't feel too
Weirdly.
short, actually. Yeah, but I just need that
So
third verse for it to just go to that final,
I
with
understand
the
still wanting
production
it
being
though.
like crazy at this
Yeah.
point,
And that
and her
bridge.
like laughing
Oh,
manically in the center of a spider web in the music video,
yeah. Oh,
like
yes.
making out with somebody who looks like Scooter's wife,
You know what I could really see?
using his head as a flashlight. You know.
But yeah, I could see Taylor, like the chorus starts, or chorus, the bridge, the ladies always rise above, which is so ethereal to me. Like, and it shows her in a spider web.
Yeah.
And she's wearing like a Black Widow patterned sort of dress or bodysuit.
Yes.
And there's other spiders crawling over her as she like tilts her head towards the camera. And then once she says, the lady simply had enough, she like breaks out of the web, and then she's like, he was doing lines. Like, I would die.
Yeah.
Oh, it would be so
She
good.
just needs to be dressed as Batman, because she's on that vigilante bit.
I could see that too.
Yeah. Or Catwoman. Catwoman would be good, because, you know.
Which makes sense, because Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz, and the fact that Taylor is Catwoman.
Hell yeah. Yeah, true. So I can't not give this a 10 out of 10. I'm so sorry.
There's no need to apologize.
But I have to give it a 10 out of 10. And I know that not just with you, but like in the majority of the Swifties on this, what I've seen, people are really disregarding this track.
Oh.
And I will be the one to shoulder the burden to champion this song. I will take
like
that on.
It's one of the most popular from stuff I've seen.
Really?
Yeah, like
we've been
Olivia,
seeing two different sides.
Olivia at work, like, fucking is obsessed with it.
Oh, she's my type of bitch. Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, I love this song. It's perfect. I can't not love it. It's the Taylor I want to hear every day.
Yeah. I just wish it, yeah.
But I understand. I think it would be even better if it had a third verse, but I don't need it.
I do. And
but I would love to hear it.
I feel like I have to say about it, which you're not going to like, but I feel like I need to say it, is I feel like as a track, it has a short shelf life. Like, I
agree. I don't agree personally, but I agree with you in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, in a couple of albums' time, it's not going to be one of the standouts of this album.
And see, I feel that same way about I Did Something Bad. I feel like that's how people perceive that song.
No, see,
but for me, it's an everyday staple.
Okay, then I understand that completely then, because for me, I Did Something Bad is my ride or die.
Yeah, same.
To the end. So, okay, I get it. I completely get it then in that case.
Because I remember when she performed I Did Something Bad at the AMAs, people were like, what is this song? And I'm like, you can go fuck yourself. Yeah. People online were like, what album is this from? And I was like, the one that she just released.
The one that she just released, and this is the tour version, the superior
fucking
version.
Idiots. But anyway.
Just
And
get
don't even
out.
get me started on the people who have just gone into Taylor Swift on Folklore. I don't want to get into it.
Let's not.
But let's move on to track 9, Bejeweled.
Oh, I didn't give my rating.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you're rating a vigilante shit. Give it to me.
I'm going to give it a 7.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Mm.
Okay,
And
that's
it's
good.
weird because at the start of the week it would have had a lower score, but these things evolve, and where it stands now, it's a 7. I've grown to appreciate it. Like at the first, I was a little bit disappointed for all the reasons I've said, but now I'm like, okay.
All right,
and I saw this little review. Sorry, I know we're sticking on this track, but I just had to say this. I watched this little TikTok of these people discussing it on a radio show, and they were just raving about how much they loved it. And somebody said that she was just giving that when she's talking about Scooter Braun's soon-to-be ex-wife. She said Taylor's giving off this like I'm your new dad energy to their kids. Like, your kids call me dad now, and I just thought that was brilliant.
Oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Anyway, 7.
Well, yeah, because I saw this TikTok of someone being like, when they first heard vigilante shit, and she's like, and she looks so pretty driving in your Benz. They were like, is Taylor gonna fuck his ex-wife?
Yeah,
and I was like, I hope so.
Yeah, that's exactly it. She may already have done so.
Talk about maroon. Okay.
We love it.
Love it. All right, Bejeweled. Let's get into it because I feel like you're going to be here a while. And I'm just going to sit back and let you have your moment.
Okay.
Bejeweled. Track 9.
Bitch.
So I'm intrigued to hear what you have to say about this song because I will admit it is nowhere near my top 10.
Top 10? Okay.
It's not. I know. And I feel like it's one of the songs that I should love more. So I'm intrigued to see what is it about the song that you love so much?
It's hard to put into words because it's more of just a feeling. And I think immediately when I heard it, it just did something to me. And it's the way that she delivers certain lines, like in the shoes I gave you as a present. I think it's time to teach some lessons. I just love the way she delivers those lines. I think the whole song to me just gives me such kind of a woman taking back her power. And that's what I love about it. You know, she's been in a relationship, she's been downtrodden, and she's like, hang on a minute, you're not appreciating me the way that I think I deserve it. It's like the sort of upbeat, loved, tolerate it. And she's like, hang on a minute, like, you're not appreciating this. I can still be bejeweled. I can still turn heads. Yeah. And I deserve to. And I'm not getting that here. So, by the way, I'm going out tonight. And I love the whole, like, they asked, do you have a man? I can still say, I don't remember. It's just that kind of that claiming back of confidence.
So this isn't about Joe.
No, I think it's about Calvin.
Okay, that makes me like the song a little bit more because I was like, why is she saying she doesn't remember having a man to Joe? That's so rude. Yeah,
I think it's Calvin all the way.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Didn't notice you walking all over my peace of mind in the shoes I gave you as a present. Putting someone in.
Oh, right.
Putting someone first only works if you're in their top 5. I mean, I love that whole MySpace reference.
I know, right? God, I miss MySpace.
And it's just the way she says, and by the way, I'm going out tonight. Like, I shit my pants again. It was a messy night. Don't put me in the basement when I want the penthouse of your heart. Oh, I polish up real nice. And the weird thing is, going from the title and going up from that one lyric that she posted, which I knew immediately was going to be Bejeweled, I thought this is going to be like a throwaway track. Yeah. But I'm obsessed with it. I am obsessed with it. And Darren and I have been on when we've been playing games on Discord this week and something good happens. We're like, nice.
Nice. Love it.
What are your thoughts on it?
Okay, so hearing you talk about it makes me want to listen to it with like a new refreshed lens because this is one of the songs that I've been struggling to connect to in the sense of I don't know where it's coming from, like who it's about,
Think
where.
about Calvin.
So that makes me kind of want to appreciate it more.
And she talks about, being sad in the bridge. She talks about being sad. Sorry, excuse me. I'm not choking up. It's
I was
just
like, oh my God.
I swallowed some wine and it went down the wrong way. She talks about being sad, but then she says that we're dancing all night. She's gone out and she's saying, and we're dancing all night and you can try to change my mind, but you might have to wait in line. I think this is her like dancing with Tom Hiddleston at the Met Gala. And she wore that sparkly dress as well.
Dress.
She did. She's like, you best believe I'm still bejeweled when I walk in a room. She met 2 people that night.
She did. And one she kept in the back of her mind and one she took off with.
Exactly. And they're like, do you have a man? And she's like, my boyfriend's in the club doing I don't know what.
What's a girl gonna do? What's a girl gonna do?
When you look at it from that perspective.
Okay, you're changing my perspective a little bit.
I'm so pleased because I'm fucking obsessed with this song. And the music video as well.
The music video was awesome. I loved the music video.
I mean, we loved all the little not so secret shout outs to what the next re-record's going to be.
I could combust thinking about Speak Now TV coming.
The thing is, I'm so excited about it, considering it's not my favorite album, but I am so ready for Speak Now. Because I feel like I'm going to be, because I haven't really listened to the album a lot, I feel like I'm going to be rediscovering the album as well. So that's almost exciting for me because it's going to make it new and fresh again.
Well, speaking of Speak Now, when we were at the wedding, which I was on the weddings episode of Bitches Brew, go check it out. It'll come out Tuesday.
Oh, I thought you were doing that.
Yeah, we already recorded it. But I told the photographer who's her husband was the DJ. And so she was talking to me about pictures or whatever. And I was like, also, if you could tell your husband, like, Taylor Swift released a new album last night and to like maybe incorporate it to tonight's listening. He played Lavender Haze, Maroon, Vigilante Shit, and I think that's all he played from Midnights, if I remember correctly.
Right.
But anyway,
bejeweled.
I know. But he at one portion he didn't do my full playlist because this song that I'm about to talk about was not on the playlist at all. But I heard the opening bars of Never Grow Up from Speak Now. And I was like, I turned over and I was like, okay, Never Grow Up, because it's like a slower song. It's not dancey at all. And he was like, I'm just testing your Taylor Swift knowledge. I was like, you will never get the best of me when it comes to Taylor Swift. It will not happen. I was like, I know unreleased songs word for word. It's not gonna happen, baby. So everyone's like trying to dance to it, and I'm over here like, your little eyelids flutter cause I'm dreaming so. Like I was did it word for word, screamed every word. But I just thought it was funny because talking about Speak Now, I'm just so excited at the thought that that's the next re-record. So excited.
I know, me too. And I'm like, what's happened to me?
But speaking of, this is a good point. I've noticed several songs from Speak Now and 1989 are unplayable on my phone because they're linked to Apple Music.
Yeah.
Like I can only listen to 3 songs on 1989. That's it. Everything else is blocked out for me.
This is so exciting.
So I think we might get them at the same time.
Didn't somebody say that when she presses the 3rd floor button, she gets for the 5th floor?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's happening at the same time, and I'm scared. Anyway, Bejeweled.
I don't think it would happen at the same time, though, because I feel like she's got to let Speak Now have its moments.
I agree with that, because we know 1989 is going to take off, and I feel like she wouldn't want to put Speak Now in the corner, you know?
It's going to be, exactly. So Speak Now, I think Valentine's Day kind of thing. And then it's going to be 1989 leading into the summer.
I agree. That makes the most sense to me. Because Speak Now to me is a very winter album.
Yeah. To me, it's kind of, winter leading into the spring.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what the new cover's going to look like.
Dear John, Taylor's version. Last Kiss, Taylor's version. Those are going to Story of Us, Taylor's version. I'm going to die.
You know that I can't wait for Sparks Fly because that's my
Oh,
OG
you love
on
a
that
bit of
track.
Sparks Fly.
I love a bit of Sparks Fly.
Yeah. Well, speaking
But
of Sparks
anyway,
flying,
oh, go on.
Bejeweled.
Yes, back to Bejeweled. So do you
Back to
feel like you've
Bejeweled.
changed your
My perspective has changed a little
perspective of
bit,
it?
but what I will say is it's funny that you were like the shoes I bought you as a present. That's the disconnect for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
Compared
no,
to
that's
what else she's talking about, and then she's like, "And the shoes I got you as a present." I'm like, "Okay, I didn't need that," but
oh no.
yeah,
Oh,
it's weird. I
okay.
know it's weird for me, but
Even the bit with the I think it's time to teach some lessons.
I like that one better.
Okay,
Um,
good. Because that's the better of the two, but I love
yeah, I
both.
agree.
Both get me hyped as fuck. Like I feel like I've just done 60 lines of cocaine or something.
And I do that chorus. I mean, I really want to listen to it again now that you've talked about it. I, however, will go ahead and adjust my rating because I was going to give it a 5 out of 10, but now I think I'll give it a 7
Okay, good.
because I like the way that I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, but it's all there. I mean, I'm not wrong.
I don't think you are wrong. No, it makes
No.
sense to me.
And I
I'm
love the
there.
baby boy. I just, oh.
Baby boy, I think I've been too good of a girl. Too good of a girl. Second verse is superior.
I can't with this
sure.
track. Oh, it is for sure. I can't with this track. And I don't know what it is about it because it really gives me that it's very actually thinking about it, it's kind of gorgeous type energy.
I understand that. Yeah.
Leading into kind of Lover, which wouldn't be the kind of thing that I'd be drawn to.
To me,
But
it
for some
sounds
reason,
like Gorgeous and Getaway Car had a baby.
and they're two of my lower down tracks on rap. So
Interesting.
So it interests me that I am so like rabidly
Die hard.
obsessed over this track. But there you go.
So what out of 10?
10.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Yeah. 10 out of 10. I mean, whether it's got legs to go the distance, who knows? But today, 10 out of 10. It's been a 10 out of 10 all week.
Hell yeah. Love it. All right. So what's next? Labyrinth, right? Track 10?
Yes.
All right. Let's talk about her.
I've been on a journey with her.
Yeah?
Mm.
Yeah, I think I love it more now than I initially did, for sure.
Same. I was initially disappointed.
It's in a weird part of the album. It's placed in a weird part because it's sandwiched between Bejeweled and Karma. And I feel like that's a really hard position to pull off because Bejeweled and Karma are so sonically similar.
Yes.
That it's such a divide.
True.
That
it's almost
I feel like
a little bit jarring.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, it is jarring. But it's beautiful. It's definitely
beautiful.
My preferred ballad of the album.
Yeah, it's been a grower for me. Yeah, for sure. It's taken me a while to kind of appreciate it. I think I was initially disappointed because I kind of was hoping that she'd lean more into the word labyrinth and sort of explore the kind of like mythology side of things and do something based around that rather than just have this one line when she's just like, I'm lost in the labyrinth of my mind.
Yeah.
I kind of hope that she'd have gone a bit more in depth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at first I was thinking no, but it's grown on me. It's been a sneaky little.
Yeah, because the verses are so melancholy. But that chorus, bitch.
Yeah.
Each ass cheek is getting its own real estate. I mean, absolutely going feral.
And right at the end.
The breakdown.
When Cher comes in.
Oh, I'm falling in love, stupid.
I know.
Yeah, it's great.
That got me. That took it to the next level.
To me, it's worth it to, if you don't like Labyrinth, it's worth it to suffer through the verses just to get to that fucking breakdown. It is.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It is so good.
Exactly.
And the lyrics are just beautiful. Like the lyric I've struggled with the most to get into is the elevator lyric because I'm like, okay, not because it's too specific, just because it's like, I never liked elevators, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah, but
I
then
get
it
the
makes
analogy.
Sense in the next. Yeah.
Yeah, if it rises fast, it won't last. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that fucking chorus, Thought
yeah.
the plane was going down. How'd you
How'd you
turn it
turn
right
it right
around?
around?
Oh
Oh,
my god, she is like a melody fucking wizard. I just can't
yeah.
with her.
And it's so kind of like it gives such kind of like hope as well. Like you can be in your most sort of upset and your most painful place,
Mm-hmm.
but then you can find love again.
Yes, that's so beautiful.
Mm.
Ah,
And I think it's such a slow burner and it's such like a sleeper hit, I
yeah,
think.
it's a sleeper hit for sure.
Yeah, I love it.
I love it.
Really did a number on me this week, that one. I'm glad I stuck with it.
Same,
And
me too, because I was like, should I skip this one? I'm like, no, let me weather
I
through
know
it.
I've had that, but then I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't skip it because it's the share feature at the end. It's amazing.
It's so good. Yeah, all the songs that have like the vocal editing, the pitch editing, do something to
Oh,
me. I
they
mean,
do
Midnight
me.
Rain, Question a little bit is in there.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
it is.
mean,
The I
something about
remember.
it.
Yeah, I know. It's that little bit of magic, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. It's little
And
pixie
that's
dust on this album.
yeah, and that's what I love. That's like to me the flavor of Midnight now.
Agreed. No, I agree wholeheartedly because I was
Mm.
thinking about that yesterday when I was listening to Labyrinth, and I was just like, this is the not the gimmick of the album, but like, yeah, like you said, this is the flavor. This is
Yeah.
the thing that sets it apart.
Yeah, because I don't want to look at it like a gimmick because I can imagine some people would think that,
It's the
and
feature of
that's
the album.
fine, but to me, it's more of a flavor than a
Yeah,
gimmick.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I love
I'm
it.
gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it
I almost
I'm gonna
gave it
give
an
it an
8.
8. I'm gonna
Yeah,
give
that
it an
makes sense.
8. Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8.
Yeah, that feels right. Just because it had
Yeah,
to grow on me a little bit, I was like, should I do 8 or 7? But I feel like 7's in between the 7 and the 8, probably. I'd give it a half, but
yeah,
otherwise, I'll dip down and give it a 7.
fine.
Yeah. All right, then we got the one that's taken TikTok by storm, dare I say, because I don't think I can scroll through TikTok for 5 minutes without saying karma goddamn everywhere. I mean, everywhere.
Yeah.
Um, I will say it's not because it's a bad song, but every single person is doing something to Karma, and I'm like, Jesus fucking
How are
Christ! Like,
they?
y'all are gonna make me hate this song.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's all over my For You page,
Oh,
everywhere. There's like this little challenge about doing each of the lyrics and like panning to a different friend that's like feeling their oats with the song, and then yeah,
right.
it's just all over my page.
Oh, okay, I haven't seen any of those.
Good. Don't do it. However, I will say I do love Karma. Don't get me wrong. Karma's
Mm,
amazing. Um, how you felt about vigilante shit is how I feel about Karma. I wanted it to be
yeah,
so much darker, but it's boppy. It's bejeweled. It's
true.
a beat. And I did not expect that. I thought vigilante shit and Karma were going to be the dark girls of the album.
Yeah.
But shocker, it's Midnight Rain and vigilante shit. Midnight Rain said, "Don't forget me, bitch." And I turned around and it was Veronica Large from Riverdale. And I was like, oh my God, Ronnie, I'm so sorry.
I know.
But Karma is Betty from Riverdale. No black bob to be found, just regular blonde hair. Karma is Betty in the corner being like, Jug, can't believe we did this, Jug. Like, that's Karma.
It just makes so much sense. I love it.
That's how I have to make it make sense in my head.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Karma's for the Betty Cooper stands.
Yeah, that's true. I can see it. I can
Midnight Rain is
completely
for the
see
Veronica
it.
Lodge stands.
Yeah. Oh, but the thing is, I love Veronica, but then I'm a bejeweled bitch. So maybe I'm a Betty after all. A Betty in the
Yeah, I can
bubbles.
see that. A Betty in a Bubbles.
Yeah.
Yep. I know that Tal in the Discord was talking about how childish the lyrics seem, and compared to the rest of the album, I understand that perspective.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I don't really enjoy this song. I think it's really fun.
Yeah, I think it's really fun. I feel like it could have been, I was expecting something else.
Yeah, me too.
But I do enjoy it, and I do love and I love the chorus.
Oh, I mean, it'll grab you by the throat and never let up.
Yeah.
That's so
I
great.
just love the kind of like subtle cockiness of it. And
Yeah.
the like, hey, everything for me is fine. How's it going your side of the street?
Mm-hmm.
Not looking so good.
And she's like, "Oh, sorry." I
Yeah.
have two favorite parts of the album. My first favorite part is what you just said. The "I keep my side of the street clean." That melody, obsessed. And
Yeah.
then at the end, when she's like, "Karma is my boyfriend. Karma is a
Mm,
god," and there's like that sprinkle of glitter you can hear in the background. And then she's
yeah.
like, "Karma's a relaxing thought." And then it fades out. And I'm like, that right there. That shit.
I love it's the little like the kind of pre-chorus breakdown where she says, Karma's on your scent like a bounty hunter. Karma's gonna track you down step by step,
Like that,
town to
that town
town.
from town. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm,
Karma is
we
the
like
guy on the
justice. Karma
Karma
is
is
the
the guy
queen.
Karma is the guy on the screen coming straight home to me. I mean, just yes.
And I love that because she's like, I've been through all this shit. And she's like, but you know what? I'm coming home to Joe. So, like, go fuck
Yeah.
yourself.
And he's coming straight home to me. Like he
Right.
finishes up at work. He's not like, I'm going out with the boys. No, he's coming home to me.
Exactly. And it's, oh, beautiful. Great
I
song.
know. It's like everything good is happening in my life.
And I think that's why I love the ending part where she's like, "Karma's a relaxing thought." And she, like, the sprinkle fade out happens, is because I
Yeah.
can just see her being like, ah, I know Karma's gonna get him. I know
I
Scooter and Scott are
know.
just, I don't have to do anything. The universe
I
is gonna
know.
take care of it.
Exactly.
And I
Oh, I
just
love
love
it.
picturing her like that, of being like,
Mm.
I'm good. I've got what I need and what I want. And
You know what tickled me
uh,
actually? I was watching some of the lyric videos on YouTube, and you know it
mhm.
always comes up with an ad beforehand.
Yeah.
And the ad that came up, I was like, ooh. So we know that she obviously had drama with Katy Perry,
Yes.
and they've made up.
Hmm.
So it's all good.
It's all good.
And Katy Perry's, happily married, she's got a baby, so good things are happening. But
Hmm.
career-wise, which is where I'd kind of say the beef was, Katy Perry ain't doing so well.
Yeah.
And the advert that came up was Katy Perry doing an advert for a takeaway Just Eat site
Oh, really?
right before Karma came
Ooh.
on. And I was like, oh, internet, you
Yikes.
little bitch. Because I thought, Katie, this ain't it. Like,
Because I think she's doing that residency show, but I've heard people don't like it.
was she singing a song about a margarita pizza? And I'm like, how
Not that.
far she's fallen career-wise since.
Yeah.
So is Taylor God?
Yes.
Is Taylor Karma?
And have you seen the people talking about how, like, the "Karma is my boyfriend" lyric refers to Justin Bieber, and "Karma is a God" lyric refers to Ariana Grande because she has the "God is a Woman" song, and they're both signed
Oh.
by Scooter. Yeah. I was like, that might be true. I was like, I can see that being that deep.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was like, ooh, okay. It's even more salacious than I thought.
Okay. Looking at it in a different light as well.
I was like, that makes me love the song even more because it feels so much more pointed than I thought.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to give Karma an 8.
I'm going to give Karma. Oh, gosh. I'm torn between a 7 or an 8. I think I'm going to give it an 8. I think it just leans slightly into that 8 territory.
Okay. I could see
But I
it.
feel like in time it's probably going to drop down to a 7.
I
But
mean,
today it's
I could see
it's
that.
an 8.
Okay.
Today it's an 8.
Love it.
Just for the line of flexing like a goddamn acrobat.
Oh, God, I love that. And the line, "Aren't you envious that for you it's not?" Oh, that's so sassy. I love it.
Oh, love it. Pop off, Betty.
Pop off, Betty. Archie's in the corner like, God damn it. Okay. Let her have her moment. Anyway, track 12, Sweet Nothing. I don't have very much to say about this. Marcella?
I mean, we can skip through it quickly. There are parts of it that I adore and that make me like want to cry happy tears. But there are parts of it but I really ain't it.
Yeah.
And then the verses don't do it for me.
Me
the
either.
chorus, the
The chorus is
chorus
good.
is amazing. I love the chorus. I just don't like the verses.
Yeah, here's the thing. When I first heard the song, I was like, oh, this is really sweet. New Year's Day. New Year's Day, here's my public apology. I'm so sorry that I ever compared the two of you. You are superior. You are that bitch. You are that superior being.
I think I prefer it to New Year's Day.
Really?
Yeah, just by a touch. But it's just because I love the choruses so much.
What the fuck? Okay. All right.
And I'm going to do a rewrite of the verses. Sorry, Taylor, but I am.
So, like I said, I initially liked it. Piano, great, but the dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, no.
it triggers this thing, and this is a personal thing because I've explained this to Alan. He's like, I don't understand how like you're so into music that it affects you this way, and I'm like, I don't get it either. But it triggers like this sounds depressing to me, and therefore I can't enjoy it.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is about those notes on the piano, but it makes me instantly sad, and I can't do it.
Oh, really? See,
I cannot listen to it.
This is like me and Champagne Problems.
Yeah,
I just hear
that's why I understand it.
And it's like a real sort of like deep inside of me, like, oh, I
totally understand.
I can't do it. I have to stop listening to it.
And that's Sweet Nothing is my Champagne Problems.
Okay, makes sense.
And I want to love it so much because her and Joe wrote it together, and the lyrics are beautiful. And I'm not discounting that. It's just there's something about the way that the piano beats sound that makes me so sad I can't listen to it.
Oh.
And I can't do it. And there's a lot of songs like that don't even sound similar. You know the song Free Bird?
Yes.
That was like in Forrest Gump and stuff.
Yeah.
That song's verses does the same thing to me. The about tomorrow instantly makes me depressed, and I can't listen to it.
I can get that. I get that.
So it's not because it's a piano, but there's certain songs that do like
piano.
That hit this like this like gray note that just makes me so foggy and depressed, and I can't do it.
Yeah.
And Sweet Nothing does that to me.
I can see it.
So for that reason, I give it a 1 out of 10. I give it a 1 because the lyrics are beautiful. Otherwise, it would be a 0.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry to the Sweet Nothing stands. Don't come for me. It's a personal thing. I know I'm the problem.
It's a personal thing, like you say. Like me with, the CP track.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that it's a bad song. It just does something.
No.
It just sets something off in you.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 6. Might be a bit too generous. No, I'm going to give it a 6 just because I love the choruses so much.
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
Like so much, but I just dislike the verses like a lot. Like I'm not even joking when I said I'm going to rewrite them. I am going to rewrite them.
And just sing over it.
Maybe I'm going to give it a 5. I'm going to give it a 5. 6 feels way too generous.
See, it's funny. I thought you were going to say a 3.
Oh. No, because I have such love for the chorus.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
Like it does the opposite. The chorus in particular, not the verse, not that melody in the verse, but the chorus, it makes me kind of feel warm and protected. And also there is something a little melancholy about it. So I get it. But I just think it's really sweet and really beautiful.
Yeah, makes sense.
Just that kind of sense of just when you get home, like it doesn't have to be a big fanfare. It doesn't have to be stuff happening or going on. It's just your safe space.
Right.
And it's the place where you can just be and just feel at peace. And I love that. But I just don't like the verses.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, track 13, the end of the standard album.
Yeah.
Mastermind.
Yes.
This one's dipped lower than my initial reaction for me. Yeah, it's not that I hate it. I think it's beautiful. It's just, it's not the song that I think I can listen to and I'm like, oh, I want to scream every one of these words, or even I want to sing back to it. It's really a song that I'm like, I'll listen to it.
Right.
But I don't think it's a skip by any means. But I don't know. There's something about it that I think the closest I came to really loving the song is when me and Alan were listening to it, and it made me think about Alan. But otherwise, like on its its own. It's okay. It's definitely the lower on the album for me.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why, but it's just not my vibe necessarily.
I'm obsessed with it.
You claimed this one before it came out.
I claim this one as well. So I was thrilled when it was kind of as good as I hoped it would be. I just love the whole idea of it, and I love the double twist. I mean, the fact that she wrote a song with a double twist is fantastic. I've already storyboarded the music video in my head. There has to be a music video. Obviously, I know it won't match up, but I've already cast as well. Andrew Scott from Sherlock, who plays Moriarty. He's in it.
Casting director.
Yeah, I've got it all mapped out.
You have to send Taylor the treatment.
I know, but I just love it, and I love the whole sort of like floaty part at the start, and then when that little really like low horn growl comes in, that gets me. It's the brown note again.
I mean, I do understand because I do love that part as well.
Yeah, and just the whole sort of idea that, I mean, not even the idea, the fact that, you know, a lot of women do have to sort of, you know.
Yeah, I like that commentary.
Set things up a certain way. If you see something, you're like, okay, I want this to happen. There are certain things that you can do that may lead things in a certain direction. And I appreciate that. As a Gemini, I'm all over it.
It's very Gemini energy.
Yeah, so I was just silently applauding. Taylor, I'm with you. Even though I know it's like a bit of a sort of like tongue-in-cheek thing, I was like, hell no, this is it.
I do love the no one liked to play with me when I was a little kid. I'm like, oh, Taylor.
Honestly, one of her superior bridges on the album.
That's very good.
And the fact that she gets the word Machiavellian in there.
I know, good for her.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Is that your ranking already?
Machiavellian, because I care. I just, oh my God, I love it. I'm like, same Taylor.
Oh, it's great.
We're doing this because we want the best for people and ourselves.
As well, at the same time.
Yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 for me.
Mastermind. I'll give it a 5 out of 10.
Okay. That's fine. I don't know if you can hear Ripley barking in the background. She's fine.
I do. I'm going to leave that in. That was her review of my review. She's like, how dare you? Like, Mom loves that.
Attack, stranger danger. It's not stranger, it's Uncle Justin. It's fine.
It's just him disagreeing and having a wrong opinion. It's fine.
Yes.
Well, that's the standard album. We're going to have to blaze through these 3 a.m.s.
I know. How long have we been recording?
Almost 2 hours. No big deal. So let's start with The Great War, track 14.
Yes.
Been on a journey with this one. Very folklorian. Oh my God. The most folklorian, well, than the one that succeeds it. But I've been on a journey with this one. I hated this song when it first came out so much because it sounded so folklore.
Yeah.
However,
why would you dislike it? You like folklore.
I like folklore. I think that over time I've become so jaded to the folklore sound because to me it's, how can I say this and not offend people? I don't care. Folklore and Evermore sound like 2020. Their shelf life to me as overall albums is very low.
Okay.
My opinion of the albums have changed a lot since time has gone on. I still love Folklore. Evermore is okay. Now, that does not diminish my love for Cowboy Like Me or Tolerate It or any of the ones I love off of Evermore. I love them wholeheartedly. But as entire albums, Folklore and Evermore remind me of that 2020 time. And listening to them in 2022 hits different, dare I say.
Do you know, it's funny you should say that. Sorry, I feel like you were going to go on. Please continue.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's funny you should say that because I feel a little bit like that about Folklore.
Okay.
So to me, that feels like, because it was a lockdown album.
Yes.
And listening to it now, you know, that the world has kind of like moved on somewhat.
Trying to. It
does feel very kind of like encapsulated, if that's the right word, in that period.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean I won't listen to it. However, even though it's a sister album, I separate Evermore out of that. To me, that one has more longevity. And to me, and I know that I am in the minority, to me, that feels like that's more a classic album moving forward. And I know that is a very, like, literally nobody else is going to agree with me.
That's just someone out there will, I'm sure.
Yeah, maybe one person, but Ripley maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I feel. So I kind of get what you're saying about Folklore. But I like the fact that this does feel like a kind of Folklore track, and it kind of feels like it doesn't really go anywhere.
Yeah, to me, it belongs nowhere on Midnights. I can't see it anywhere, which is why on my personal album of Midnights, it does not exist.
I liked the whole, like, you know, the idea of it, like the lyrics and the whole, you know.
Yeah. That chorus, all that blood shed, crimson clover, is catchy as fuck.
Over. Yeah.
Do you know what made me like the song? This is so me of me.
Yeah.
I thought about Silver Millennium.
You thought, oh, right.
From Sailor Moon. I was like, this is the Serenity Endymion track.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, I like it now.
Yeah, I like that.
Not to like, I mean, if I'm not gonna liken something to Taylor Swift, I'm gonna liken it to Sailor Moon. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I like that.
So that made me like it.
The way she says, that was the night I nearly lost you. I really thought I'd lost you.
That's my least favorite part.
Wow.
It's too folklore sounding. It's such a folklore melody. I can't get behind it. Like, just like you said, the night I nearly lost you. Like, that's a melody she would sing on Folklore. And I think that's where I'm like, you lost me, Taylor. I can't.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I just want, and that's what I wanted for Midnights. I wanted a complete separation from Folklore. And the fact that Aaron Dessner touched this album, I'm like, Aaron, stop it. I love you, but you had your 15 minutes. It's over. I'm like, please stand back. I'm sorry. I love Aaron Dessner and what he did for Taylor, but leave Midnights out of this.
Oh, I love their friendship going forward, though. I feel like he's always going to be there in the background.
And see, that makes me nervous.
No, but don't forget he did some of the vault tracks on Red as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Great War, I'll give a 3 out of 10.
I'm going to give it...
I struggled with that one.
I'm going to give it a 4.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 4.
All right, 15, we have Bigger Than the Whole Sky. I don't have a lot to say about this one.
I don't, only because
it's beautiful, but it's too sad. I can't listen to it.
And I can't as well. It triggers me.
What I will say is the goodbye, goodbye, goodbye part is very catchy. I like how she goes up with it. And she's like, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I think that's really catchy, but I can't. It's a 0 out of 10. I cannot listen to it. It's too, that, when she's like, it's the part of the chorus, the like post chorus where she's like, what could have been, should have been you. And that instrument is instant depression for me. I cannot listen to it.
Yeah, I can't for the subject matter.
Yeah, it's too much.
A bit close to home. And I'm like, why would I put myself through this?
Mm-hmm.
Not that it's a bad song, it's a lovely song, but I have to give it a 0 just for the fact that I won't listen to it because it just makes me too sad. And I'm like, I don't want to feel sad. I'm not going to purposely make myself feel sad, so I'm not going to listen to it. So it only gets a 0 because I skip it, not a 0 because it's a bad song.
Agreed. It's not a bad song. It's just a personal preference. Can't do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, here we go. 16, Paris. Not the little hee. I have grown to like this song. I won't say that I've grown to
Yay!
love it.
Okay.
But I have grown to like it because there was something disconnected for me with Paris. I was like,
I
I
know.
can't
I'm
get
curious.
into it
I'm curious to know what.
because it's so poppy and fun. And I'm not discounting that at all.
Oh, I see. Fine.
But I was like, it's so poppy and fun. Why don't I like this? Like, I was very confused at myself. But I don't know. I still am not sold on it by any means.
Yeah.
But I do think it's really fun. Some of the lyrics are really fun. I think it's
Yeah.
the way she sings the verses that I'm like, whatever. And then the chorus also doesn't hit as it's a little shaky for me.
Oh.
And I will say that bridge. I wanna brainwash you to
Mm-hmm.
loving me forever. I'm like, okay, fine. That's
And
my
when she
favorite
says
part.
that the only flashing lights be the tower at midnight. Oh my god.
Tower at midnight. Yeah, that's great. I do love that part.
Oh,
Yeah.
the whole song brings me such joy.
You love it.
I can't put it into words. And it's weird because it is probably the most lover sounding track.
Yes, it is.
On Midnight.
Yeah.
But I love it so much. And I feel like, I mean, as soon as I saw the track title and there was a Paris track, I was like, fuck.
Yeah, as soon as I saw it, I was like, Marcella's fucking screwed.
If I don't like this song, it's going to ruin my favorite city.
Yeah.
It won't. But the way it kind of captures how I feel about Paris. Because I have such a love for that city. I feel it in my soul and I don't know why. And I can't with this track. I love it so much.
You love it so much.
It just brings me so much fucking joy. It really does. And it's so it feels so basic, but it just makes me want to dance. And I don't dance. I'm too old. So, yeah, I love it. I just love that. Met someone at a club and he kissed her. Turns out it was that guy you hooked up with ages ago. And the bit where he says, "Did you see the photos?" No, I didn't, but thanks. So, love it. Love it.
I'm just glad you love it so much because I will say I was also worried when I saw it was called Paris. I was like, I feel like it's either going to be 100% all in for Marcella or she's going to hate it. And I really hope she's all in.
I know I was really nervous, but I had no need to be because, yeah.
Yeah, thank goodness.
And I'm running out of words to say, but because it's more of a feeling that it gives me. It gives me like euphoric feeling when I listen to Style or those kind of tracks. It just kind of like, it lifts me up inside and makes me feel so happy.
Yeah.
Love it. I mean.
What do you get it out of 10?
I'm going to give it 10.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 3.
Wow.
And that's for the bridge.
That's you saying it's grown on you as well.
It has. It's grown on me enough
to where a 3.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Because before it had grown on me, I was like, this is an instant skip 0. Like, gotta go. And I don't know, like I said, I don't understand why I have such an aversion to this one because it's poppy, it's fun, and it's really sweet. And I don't know, there's something about it that I can't get quite on board about, and I have not figured out what it is.
I mean,
maybe it's because it sounds like Lover. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm giving it such a high score, but like listening to it, I know that it's by no means like one of her greatest musical feats. Do you know what I mean? It's not a classic and it's not a song that if people said like list classic Taylor tracks, like, it wouldn't come to mind. It's based literally just on the way it makes me feel inside.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can understand why it's that high for you because of how it makes you feel, not necessarily the subject matter 100%.
Yeah, exactly. Not the sort of skill of writing or anything, just purely based on feelings and emotions.
Makes sense. All right, 17, High Infidelity.
Yes.
This one too has grown on me.
Yeah.
Not enough, but but it has grown on me. I think the chorus is really fun and catchy.
Yeah.
But is this the one that does the lyric that gets on my fucking nerves? Is this the April 29th song?
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm so over it. I'm so over it.
Why?
Because harkening back to the Great War, the way that she sings it is such a folklore melody. Do you really want to know where I was April 29th? I'm just like, oh my God, that sounds straight out of fucking folklore. Like that melody was ripped from Folklore Nevermore. And I'm just like, shut up.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
I hate it because she repeats it so many times. And I'm like, shut up.
Do you think Calvin's listening and he's like, I don't give a fuck?
I sure am. I don't know about him, but I'm like, shut up about April 29th. God. Oh my God. I think if it wasn't such a staple part of the song, if she said it once, maybe twice,
it might have had more impact. Yeah.
But I'm just like, we get it. April 29th, you cheated on him with Tom Hiddleston. I get it. Move on. 2 out of 10. Marcella, what do you think?
You've kind of putting me off it.
I'm sorry. I think the chorus is infectious.
Yeah.
Infidelity, put on your records and regret me. It's great. But everything else, I can't.
I liked it more at the start of the week than I do.
Really?
Towards the end of the week.
Okay.
Like, I'm kind of feel like I'm a bit over it already. Which, to be honest, I thought I might feel that way about, like, Paris or Bejeweled. I might have, like, played them so much. I'm, like, made myself sick of them, you know, because that's what I do. I, like, listen to a song until I hate it.
Yes, I do the same thing.
With a lot of Taylor stuff, that doesn't, like, there's an immunity there where I just can't get sick of them. With certain songs. Anywho, so I feel like it's gone down for me. I'm probably Anton's gonna be hating this because I think it's his favourite.
Oh, does he love this song?
Yeah, he does.
Oh shit, sorry.
I know. Get ready to be cancelled. I think it's gonna be a 5.
Okay, that's higher than I thought you were gonna say.
It would have been a 6, but I'm gonna give it a 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's fair, honestly.
Yeah, a 5. I feel, I'm happy with that. A 5.
Okay. Now the next song, bitch. Track 18.
The way I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing now.
So 18 is Glitch.
Oh, okay. Yes. I'd forgotten which track was 18. Okay.
The way that Glitch has thrown me into the sex swing and dominated the fuck out of me, I cannot handle it.
Yeah, I'm the same.
My God.
Yeah.
I have been such a sub for this song.
And do you know which bit did it for me as well?
Oh, God.
It's the fucking bit where she goes, hi, I think there's been a glitch. And there has been a glitch.
I'm like, oh, fuck.
It went from me being like, okay, interesting.
And when I first heard it, I was like, this is a different sound for her, but I don't know how I feel.
Interesting. And now yeah.
It might be in my top 5. Who knows?
I drank the Kool-Aid as well. I'm there with you.
Yeah, all I can say is that I have seen a couple people talk about how like this is such a reputation sounding song because it's like out of the box melody, like production wise, but melody, it's very Reputation. It's like sultry. It's like that dressy sort of sort of thing. Yes. And I'm like, that might be it then. That might be it.
I love the way she starts off as well, though. We are supposed to be just friends.
My favorite line is, I was supposed to sweat you out.
Woo, oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's the Blood Moon line. I love that.
That line. Yes, the Blood Moon vinyl. It's a great
I know,
callback.
Exactly.
Awesome.
I'm like, bitch, do not make me regret not buying that version of the vinyl.
And doesn't she say is it in Bejeweled that she says some guy said my aura's moonstone?
Yeah, basically she references every version of the album I didn't buy.
Because you got mahogany, right?
Yeah, I'm feeling like a fucking dickhead over here.
And I was like, should I get the blood moon version?
Why did you get a maroon version?
Maroon version would have been everything. Or like,
Maybe that will be the final one. A maroon version will have everything on it.
you know what? I was thinking about this the other day. She's clearly going to do a final vinyl. Oh my God, that's fun to say. A final vinyl.
There has to be a final vinyl and it needs to be maroon.
It's got to be maroon.
Or midnight blue.
Or like like the navy.
Navy
with sparkly.
Sparkle.
Yes.
Oh my God. The way we need to have jobs on her.
We need to be on Taylor Nation's payroll.
Oh, we do.
I would buy that vinyl with all the songs I don't like off of 3 a.m. I would buy the fuck out of that vinyl.
I would buy 2 copies, like one to play, and then the other one and then the other one I just slam into my forehead.
You're just
the sharp side,
embedding it into your bloodstream album.
Yeah.
I'm now part final vinyl.
Yeah.
But yeah, Glitch, like... So I was telling Marcella this. Glitch for me is one of the ones that belongs on standard midnights.
Yes, I agree.
And for me, it is the final track of the album. And to go from Glitch to Lavender Haze, re-listening to it, is a magical experience. Let me fucking tell you.
Okay, I need to do that then.
Because on my version, I swapped out Sweet Nothing with Would've, Could've, Should've.
Right.
So it's now track 12, and then it goes Mastermind, Hits Different, track 14, and then Glitch, and then it circles back to Lavender Haze, and it is really reignited my love for the album, because with all these tracks, it feels so bloated of an album. It's just so much. Yeah. And I was like, I need to tailor it, pun intended, for my own need. And so that's my version of the album. Midnight's Justin's version.
See, I would have put Would've, Could've, Should've. Would've, Could've, Should've would have been my track 5.
Which makes sense for you, but I kind of like You're on Your Own, Kid.
I mean, okay.
So.
No, that's fine.
Wait, hold on. I love that for you. But yeah, there's something about Glitch that is in my bloodstream. I can't, like, just last night, Alan was like, "Can you stop singing Glitch?" Because I would just be like, "I think that's been a glitch," and he's like, "Stop it!" And I'm like, "I'm sorry."
It's impossible to stop singing it.
I was like, "It's so good." Or that I'll just like, I think last night I was helping him prepare dinner. I was cutting some vegetables, and I was like, "Oh yeah," and he's like, "You're doing it." And I was like, "I'm sorry, it's inside of me."
Yeah.
It's an infection.
5 seconds later, I'm fastening myself to you like a bitch.
Oh my God. And I'm not even sorry. That's a so
starry blood moonlit.
Oh my fucking
with the album bitch.
I think there's been a glitch. Oh my God. It's so good. I'm sorry that I discounted you, Glitch, at the beginning, but you know what? I'm gonna do it. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. 10 out of 10.
I can't not give it a 10. It's anyway, let me move on before I just go on a rant. What's 19? Is 19 Would've, Could've, Should've? Yeah, Would've, Could've, Should've. The Jake Gyllenhaal Savior song. It took the heat off of him.
It did. We're going into John Mayer hunting season.
Yep. You know that Jake Gyllenhaal's publicist was like, "Oh my God, Jacob, listen to me. We are golden." They're like, all too well 10-minute version is over, and it's all about Would've, Could've, Should've. You can finally go on vacation. You can leave the house, baby. It's okay. You're safe.
You're safe, exactly.
Because now we're all like, John Mayer, you predatory piece of shit.
Yeah, I know. And the fact that it's track 19 as well.
Not me just now realizing that. Holy shit.
You didn't know?
No, because I put it as track 12, so I didn't really think about it.
Yeah, it's track 19.
Get out of here, Taylor Allison. She did that. She was like, I want everyone to know.
Yeah.
She's like,
this is basically her saying, John Mayer, I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
And get in hiding.
Yeah, she's like, so what have you been up to? Nothing? Good. Keep it that that way.
The way that I feel that, like, Jake Gyllenhaal, like, when, you know, Red re-release came out, Jake Gyllenhaal was just like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to keep my head down. The way that I think John Mayer's going to have something to say.
I think so too. I think it's coming within the next couple of
You can't not.
weeks or so. Yeah.
Can't not say anything.
Yeah, because I saw someone on TikTok talking about you can't honestly tell me that if one of your friends who's 30 started dating a 20-year-old, that you would think it's fucking weird.
Don't, because my first boyfriend when I was 19 was 30.
No, I'm not saying I think it's weird. I'm saying
no, but I'm just saying it's weird. So I listen to this now that I'm older,
like,
and I'm just like,
is this me? Is this fucking song? Is this play about us?
Yeah, it is. That's the thing. Because at the time I was like, oh, I got an older boyfriend. But now that I'm, matured, I look back and I'm like, oh, that was weird.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I was 16 dating a 26-year-old, so I don't have any room to talk either.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's okay either.
But that's the thing. We're young and impressionable. Like, we don't know any better.
Well, that's
they should. They would have, should have, could have known better.
Well, you know that song by Demi Lovato, the 29 song? And she's like, I was 17 and he was 29. That's why I think that song hits so hard for me, because I was 16 and he was 26.
Right.
So I'm like, wow, like I never thought that something was wrong.
I didn't until you're kind of like out, until you're older and you look back and you don't realize that it's problematic at the time. But they were old enough.
It's like, well, no, I would never do that.
I would never do it. Exactly. I would never do it. Like, to me, it would be like, whoop, it would be
it's
a massive issue. So the fact that, these men thought it was, I know.
And that's why I think would have, could have, should have has grown on me so much, because I sort of wrote it off because, again, the folklore melodies are back. Is so folklory to me that I had to get past it. But I think it reminds me of that relationship that I once had. And I'm like, what the fuck is with these guys thinking that this is okay?
I know. It's so dodge.
It's so weird. And I mean, she calls it out in the song. She says at 19.
Yeah. And
the God's honest truth.
The devil.
Yeah, and the God's honest truth is that the pain was heaven.
And
oh
you know
my
what?
God.
That's true as well. The amount of times he broke my heart and they got back together with me, and I was just living for that. I was playing my Alanis Morissette Jagged Little Pill, crying into my pillow, and then he'd send me a letter and I'd just be elated, and it was this constant up and down, and I lived for it. I lived for the pain. I was Midnight Rain.
Yeah, exactly. And it's such a relatable song, and I think the people that maybe don't like this song as much haven't had that experience that you and I have sort of had about a relationship that, looking back, was not exactly appropriate. Yeah. And so it's like, as someone who's been in that, on the Taylor's side of that relationship, looking back, you're like, wow, like I ignored everything.
Yeah,
I did not one thing about it.
No, I didn't see any issue. I do now.
And I appreciate her releasing this song and being like, this is me looking back and being like, none of this was okay. And that line, give me back my girlhood, it was mine first. Bitch.
Yeah, I know.
That one hits hard.
That hits hard. Yeah, it does for me too.
I'm like, I get a little choked up thinking about it. I'm just like, oh my God, like the wisdom in that line and the fact that she put that out and she screams it at the song and it leads into the chorus. It's very powerful.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I did not like this song at first. So now for me to praise it so much, and it's really made me reflect. And I'm just like, wow. That's why I put it on my version of Midnight's. I'm like, it deserves to be on the album.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay. I thought I was going too high. Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 7.
Interesting. All right. God, that's such a good song. All right. Dear Reader, track 20, the end of the 3 a.m. Midnights edition. But we have one more after this because you cannot discount My Girl Hits Different. But how do you, I don't think we've ever talked about Dear Reader. So how do you feel about this one?
It's slowly growing on me. It is slowly growing on me. And I feel like, I mean, even this could have been a good track 5.
Yes, I could see that. Yeah.
In
This one
fact,
sounds midnightsy.
because this is her giving advice, which is she's kind of like, so,
Mhm.
okay, so hear me out. So the actual track 5, she's giving advice to her younger self.
Yes.
In this, she's giving advice to other people. So this could be, this might replace, I might put this as my track 5.
I can totally see that, because this one for me too, when I first listened to it, I was like, I don't know about her, but it's so synthy.
Yeah.
And because it sounds like a song on Midnights.
What saves it for me is that when she says never take advice on someone who's falling apart, when she goes really high.
The high part is the best one. Yeah.
Exactly. I was like, okay, that saves it for me.
Yeah, same. And I love that bridge. The breakdown sort of synthy part is so much fun. And the only reason I haven't included it on my version of Midnights, because I think it definitely has a place for sure. It's just because it's taken me, it's a real slow burn. I feel like it's probably the next question for me, that it's eventually it's going to get there, but it's such a slow burn for me that it's going to take a while to get there.
Yeah, I think so. It's got some, like, I feel
Great
like I
parts
haven't
of it.
listened to it enough. It's got some absolutely outstanding lyrics,
Yeah, agreed.
but I just haven't listened to it enough to fully appreciate it. Like I say, the fact that it's been growing on me, that's happened within the last day or 2.
Yeah. Oh no, same. It's been like the past couple of days for me as well.
But the fact, I just love, I mean, I'm just looking at the lyrics now, because on the bridge, the lyrics sound amazing. So I wander through these nights. I prefer hiding in plain sight. My 4th drink in my hand, girl saying. These desperate prayers of a cursed man spilling out to you for free. But darling, darling, please, you wouldn't take my word for it if you knew who was talking. If you knew where I was walking, to a house, not a home, all alone because nobody's there. Where I pace,
no one's there.
Where I pace with my pen, and my friends found friends who care. No one sees when you lose, no one sees you when, sorry guys. No one sees when you lose when you're playing solitaire.
I know. It's
Amazing.
great. I love that bridge so much.
I need to spend more time with this track.
Me too. I think the disconnect for me is the Dear Reader part. Dear Reader. I hate that, but if you cut that, but then you do the rest of it where she's like, oh God, I don't have the lyrics in front of me. What does she say? Where she says, Dear Reader, whatever the next line is. I like that. I think if
if it feels like a trap, you're already in one.
Thank you. If it just starts with, if it feels like a trap, you're already in one. Just cut the Dear Reader part.
Could have just started.
Yeah, I feel like the Dear Reader is not needed at all. So maybe I'll make an edit and it'll be perfect.
I mean, we can do this.
I have the technology.
Yeah, we have the power.
So because of that, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. Just because I really love that bridge. It's so bouncy and fun. I love it. And gut-wrenching lyrics.
I'm going to give it... I'm going to give it a 4 because I need to spend more time with it. But I think it's going to go beyond that for me.
Gorge.
It's never going to be... I mean, it's never going to be... It's never going to be up there.
It's never going to be...
No, it's never going to... Unless they do a version with the Cher sample, then that might change. Imagine if it was just Dear Reader, but Cher saying it.
Dear Reader, if it feels like a trap, you're already in one, stupid.
Oh, 10 out of 10.
Okay, and last but absolutely not least, and I will hurt
I'm so excited. I've been waiting.
Hurt them. If you say Hits Different, track 21 is the worst song on Midnights, drop the address, because I have some shit to say to you in person, bitch.
Me too.
This song is so fun.
My mouth went dry. Okay, keep going.
And it is so beautifully constructed.
Yes.
I mean, from the first fucking line, I wash my hands of us at the club. You made a mess of me. That melody is unfucking matched, and you can go fuck yourself if you think different.
I don't think different.
I mean, I just can't. It's so... The
My
fact that
cheeks hurt.
people are
I'm
not
smiling.
talking about it is a crime.
Why? My cheeks hurt because I'm smiling just thinking about it.
Yeah, it's such a feel-good song.
Yeah. I
I
mean, you
love
know
it
how
so
much I love Paris, and that's a 10 out of 10 for me. Hit's different. Shit's all over it. Shit's different.
Shit's different, yes!
It kicks it out of the park.
Oh my God.
I love it.
The melodies are... Oh
So
my
much.
God. Like when she's like, she says, they say if it's right, you know. Oh, each bar plays our song. Nothing has ever felt so wrong. I just want to punch someone in the face.
I know. Me, you can punch me in the face. There isn't a melody or a line or anything about this that I don't like, that I don't love.
Love, yeah.
It could be I need the 10-minute version.
Stop, because you know what it sounds like? You were saying it sounds like a Fearless track, which it sounds like it either belongs on Fearless, Vault track, or Red Vault track.
Yeah, I'd get more Fearless. But
I get more Fearless too, yeah.
I'd be happy with it on both, obviously, but I feel just slightly more Fearless.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know we're both like tongue-tied to even talk about it, but like the catastrophic blues, moving on was always easy for me to do. What the fuck with that song? And even in the second chorus where she's like, and I never don't cry, and I never don't cry. Like the backing vocals even are some of her best on this album.
Yeah. I used to switch out these Kens. I'd just ghost, rip the Band-Aid off and skip town like an
asshole outlaw. And this part, yeah, my sadness is contagious. My sadness contagious. I mean, I slur your name till someone puts me in a car. I stopped receiving invitations.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah, Marcella, honey.
Oh yeah, this is Marcella's origin.
And also at the end of the chorus when she's like, it hits different, or yeah, moving on was always easy for me to do. It's different cause it's you. And then in the background you hear, cause it's you. I mean,
now do we think? I mean, this is Calvin, isn't it?
This is about Calvin? Is that what you're saying?
Is it? Yeah, is it?
I don't think so.
Oh, good, because I'm thinking it's Calvin, and I'm thinking not Calvin Harris having the best fucking track.
God, no.
After he had nothing for years.
I think this is about Joe.
Tell me.
Okay, so there's been many times where she's referenced a lot of songs about Joe, about the club, and about the bar. Number one.
Right.
And she was like, I washed my hands of us at the club. We saw each other. We danced. And I'm like, I'm not going to think about him anymore. And I pictured you with other girls in love, but it made me sick.
Ooh, and she's saying as well, like, gorgeous, if you've got a girlfriend, I'm jealous of her.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm loving this. Keep going.
And then she's like, nothing's ever felt so wrong because each bar plays our song. Like, she's talked about how songs would trigger her and she would think about Joe all the time.
Yeah, I was thinking play our song as in, you know, that song that I've forgotten the name of right now that she did with Calvin.
Oh, no. Because then she says, oh, my love is a lie. Shit, my friends say to get me by. Because they're like, you're not even dating this guy. Like, why are you still talking about him? And she's like, it hits different because it's him. Like, there's something about him. And moving on was always easy for me to do, but not with Joe.
Okay.
So, and I used to switch out these Kens. He looks like a Ken doll. He's gorgeous.
And then rip off the Band-Aid and just skip town like she kind of did in the Getaway Car.
Exactly. Oh. That's why I think it's just a love letter to Joe, which makes me love it even more. Oh. And then the last thing that makes me think it's Joe, I heard your key turn in the door down the hallway. Is that your key in the door? Is it okay? Is it you? Or have they come to take me away?
Oh, like footsteps on the stairs.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, good. Oh, and she's just said catastrophic blues as well. Like she referenced the color blue. Which is Joe's color. Okay, thank goodness. because I did not want the best track to be a Calvin song.
No, I really don't think it is. I really think it's about Joe.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I think we're safe.
Oh, okay, good. Right, I'm looking at it in a different light, and it doesn't make me love it even more because that's impossible. Actually, it does. I've just broken through the glass ceiling. I'm Willy Wonka. I'm in the elevator, and it's rising fast, and I'm not scared.
It's rising fast. But yeah, no one is talking about this track. And again, I will be the champion. We will both be the duo that are like, Hits Different is one of the best songs on Midnights, and you need to give it the fucking time.
If you do not send me a karaoke of this, I'm never speaking to you again.
Who, me?
You need to do a karaoke of this track for me.
I love this song so much.
Please send me one because I'm so excited to hear you singing it.
I would love to. I need to learn all the lyrics first because I'll admit that bridge is hefty and I gotta learn it.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. But the way that you feel about Bejeweled when you hear it is how I feel about Hits Different. I feel
about Hits Different too.
I feel changed hearing this song. Like something envelops me and I turn into a different fucking person when I hear the final track. And it's there's something about it. I don't know. It's a 10 out of 10.
The fact that I don't own this yet on digital copy and I don't own it on vinyl, send it to me because I have to listen to it on my Lavender CD or YouTube, and that's it.
I will send it to you. I have it.
And it keeps getting taken down from YouTube, so I have to find it again.
Oh no, I'll have to send it to you.
Send it to me because I'm fine listening to it on CD, kind of, but then I'm kind of stuck to just listening to it in one place.
Oh, and then your song count can't be up because you're not listening to Hits Different on repeat.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I have it.
Thank you.
So what's your ranking? I said 10 out of 10. I mean...
20 out of 10.
It is. It just is. I'm sorry.
This is it.
This is... I'm going to say something controversial. This is one of the cream of the crop of the album. This is one of the best songs she's put out. It is so infectious.
Yeah, agreed.
God, she put her entire Swiftussy into this, dare I say.
She did. This is the most Taylor Swift song on the entire album.
Yeah, I agree. Oh,
like, this
incredible.
This is if Taylor Swift were a song on this album, it would be this.
I agree wholeheartedly. Oh my god, it's so good. All right, let's.
Well, I hope everybody else feels the same.
I know everyone's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? The best song is obviously bigger than the whole sky."
No.
Well, we've gone in depth about every song, so let's really quickly, probably shocking nobody, do our top 3.
Yes, but now, are we going to do our top 3 of the 3 a.m. tracks separate? And then our top 3 of the kind of official album separate. So I have 2 top 3s.
So what would make you more anxious to do the top 3 of each, or should we do a top 5 of the entire album?
Oh, I'd need to think.
Need to think about it. Okay, so let's do top 3 of standard, and then we'll just do the top 3 of only 3 a.m.
Yeah, but where are we going to fit Hits Different in?
I'm going to put it on 3 a.m. I'm going to include it on that top 3.
Okay, right, then. Oh, right. Okay, this is controversial. Okay. Why is the 3 a.m. top 3 my favorite over the main album top 3?
Really?
Yeah, you'll see.
Okay. All right, so my top 3, I'm not going to put them in order. I don't think we necessarily need to. We've talked about every song in depth. I'm just going to give you my top 3. At this point, I can rank them in 1, 2, and 3, but I don't want to.
Oh, why not?
Because...
like doing 3, 2, 1. What?
Okay, so here's my top 3.
Okay, I don't want to force you into anything.
Yeah, it's because... You'll know why. It's because of one of the tracks... I don't want it to not be number 1.
Right.
So I'm just going to do a collective top 3. So
okay,
we have Maroon.
Yes.
Oh, Maroon. Of the standard album. And then we have Midnight Rain.
Yeah.
And then we've got Vigilante Shit.
Right.
That's my top 3. And I want Vigilante Shit to be number 1. However, Midnight Rain wants to beat Vigilante shit's ass.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid to let it. I love Midnight Rain so much.
Yeah.
So for now, that is my top 3 in no specific order.
Well, I think I'm going to do mine in a specific order.
That's fine. You can. Go for it.
I think I'm going to defy your rules.
Do it. Break the rules.
Because the more, like, how long have we been recording for? Like a week? It feels...
Practically.
Like, I feel like Maroon, I need to move it up. But it's too late because I've already given it a 9. Prior to recording, this was my top 3. But I feel like number 3 is now, could be switched out, thinking about it.
Okay.
But what I had was number 3, I have Mastermind.
Okay, that makes sense. You love that song.
But it's very closely followed by Maroon. I mean, that bitch is on the coattails. She's coming up the rear. Number 2, I have Bejeweled. So you know what number 1 is.
It's got to be Midnight Rain, right?
Of course it is.
I'm kind of shocked. I thought Bejeweled was going to be your number 1.
And it was, but we've changed. It changes. It goes in and out. And it sometimes Bejeweled is number 1 and Midnight Rain's number 2. But they are never not my top 2.
That's fair.
But when I woke up this morning and did a quick re-listen, I thought, no, it has to be Midnight Rain, just for the impact that it had on me.
Yeah, I agree.
Just for that immediate sit-up, what the hell is going on impact.
We were fucked when that happened. From the first rain.
I was done. And I thought just solely for that reason, Midnight Rain has to take the top spot for me.
Yeah. So good. All right, my top 3 for 3 a.m. All right, let me look. Oh, God, this is so hard. Okay, so number 3 is Would've, Could've, Should've. Because it's at least on the album.
I can see it.
So I'll take that one. Number 2. Oh God, this is so hard. Because clearly the only contenders are Glitch and Hits Different. And
obviously.
God, that's hard.
I know.
I'm gonna give it to Hits Different for number 1 and Glitch at number 2, but it is by a fucking sliver.
Yeah.
And I think the only reason I'm gonna edge out Hits Different as number 1 is because of the feeling it gives me, on top of how much I like it.
Yeah, agreed.
It's the Bejeweled effect.
It is the Bejeweled effect.
So, but God, do I want Glitch to be number 1 bad, because it infected
Maybe it will be.
But yeah, Glitch and Hits Different are my favorites of the bonus.
Yeah.
God, they're so good.
So my top 3 are in number 3, and at number 3, it's Paris.
Makes sense. Thought so.
Because I love her.
Yeah.
We're moving in together, and she's having my babies.
Oh my God, I wish you so much happiness. Track 7 on Evermore.
Oh no, because that didn't end well.
Oh yeah, good point.
A little bit of foreshadowing there.
Yeah.
Number 2 and number 1, and I'm like you, I'm struggling, but it's a little bit easier for me to put Glitch at number 2.
Okay.
And Hits Different is number 1.
Hell fucking yeah.
Purely because it is the most Taylor track on the album, and it's that Bejeweled effect, and it just makes me feel like I've completely come undone.
Yes.
But then stitched back together again at the same time.
Yeah, Glitch is doing the stitching, but Hits Different's the one who made it unwound. Oh. Yeah. God, it's so good.
So good.
Which, honestly, I'm still shocked by, because Aaron Dessner touched it for me. But, oh my God.
Yeah, not you telling Aaron to, back away, and then him just producing one of your favorite songs.
Yeah, he's like, are you sure? I have Hits Different here. And I'm like, okay, Aaron, you can stay.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, now that we've been recording for almost 3 hours,
yeah, seems about right.
I think we did it.
We did it.
We talked about all the tracks on Midnights and how they make us feel. Thanks for listening to Moans for Midnights. I don't know how to end this.
I don't. But I tell you what, we're gonna have you and I have to do a karaoke session of Hits Different.
Oh my God, yes. I wonder if she's going to do a karaoke version of the album. She's done that before.
She has. Yeah, maybe.
But she didn't really do it for Folklore or Evermore, but those aren't really like
oh no.
sing this at karaoke songs.
No one's doing Epiphany for karaoke.
You know what? I would do Epiphany. I love Epiphany.
I love it. I'm just saying it's not a
it's not a karaoke song. Yeah, I walk up and I'm like, can I sing Tolerate It for this Applebee's on a Tuesday night? And they're like, no.
I'd love to do Tolerate It. I'd love to do a piano. Yeah.
But thank you guys for listening to our Midnight's Mayhem talk.
Yes, thank you. I know. How do we end it? In the name of the moon? What?
We're so spoiled by Sailor manga. In the name of the Taylor, the Allison, and the Holy Swift, thanks for listening.
Oh, yes. There you go.
There we go. Bye.
Bye, guys. Oh, and put I want to know your top threes.
Oh, yeah. Leave them in the comments. What's your top three on Midnights?
Yeah.
And I swear to God, if you say bigger than the whole sky, I'm blocking the comments.
Just have it delete. Just delete it. Just delete it. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Although, well,
no.
Anyway, I feel like we're gonna have controversial comments on this. We obliterated Sweet Nothing and everything else.
I'm looking forward to roasting people. I really am.
I know. Well, anyway, thanks again for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye.